Oh my god, exactly. I was like, I've seen that too for sure. Yeah.
It's like weirdly ugly.
Yeah.
Like weird way, ugly in a weird way.
Yeah, its
right?
body type is just like very strange.
Yes. Oh my god, that was
You now have a troll as a champion. Oh well. I mean, it
So-
was either one troll or the other troll.
Who's what kind of troll does it look like?
Like an actual troll, whereas like Sean Strickland is like a troll on the internet. He's like an internet troll.
Yeah, probably. I'm not very good at being in one position all the time.
I know. Move around a lot.
Like restless as fuck.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But I'll do my
Just-
best.
At least as long as my feet doesn't be in the picture.
Yeah, no
They're
feet, no feet
expensive.
pics.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
All right, so make sure you speak into the mic.
Definitely.
We are live
Hello.
already, though.
Are we?
Oh.
We fucking-
We are.
Really?
We are. We are.
Come on. You
You're
didn't give us a
lying.
little.
A lie.
We're not fucking live
Yeah,
right
so
now.
feet
We
pics.
are. We are.
What are you
What?
talking about? Where's your
Yeah, watch your
introduction?
feet. Watch your feet. I just went live because you guys are just conversating. So,
Oh,
but anyways,
great.
Embarrassed.
all right, good. The mic. I was just checking the mics. Anyways, yeah. So the
One,
All Star MMA Live. Make sure you guys go in the descriptions and download the All Star app. The app, you guys can make UFC picks. We're gonna talk about UFC 297 in a second, but I think UFC. There's no UFC this weekend, but the week after you have Roman Dolidze. Yeah, the Roman Dolidze middleweight fight next week, main event. So make sure you guys go make those picks on there and win your prizes. Yeah, let's talk about Raquel Pennington, right? So you girls. It's good to have like all girls because we can talk about women's stuff.
Okay.
It interests me.
Women's stuff.
Okay,
Okay.
so-
Women's stuff. Yeah. Exactly.
Alright.
Let's get into it.
Bring it on the table.
Hey, it's women's stuff. So,
Like all the guys in
Yeah.
the room, women and stuff.
so Raquel Pennington, listen to some of the things that she accomplished, right? This is her 18th fight in the UFC. It took her the longest ever. So she's like 18 fights deep, right? This is not her first title fight, but this is
Yeah.
her, championship winning fight. 12 victories is like second most behind Amanda Nunes in history at bantamweight. So she could beat Amanda Nunes' record if she defends the title and wins twice more. You know what I mean? And then what is it? Decisions. This is her 10th decision win, most in divisional history. So she's a decisionator.
Okay.
And yeah. So the most impressive thing I think is like her taking 18 fights to win the UFC title. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I never expected Raquel Pennington to win the title. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I never
Nobody did, I
expected it.
guess.
Yeah. It wasn't necessarily a regular climb to the top as well. I mean, Amanda Nunes like vacated her title and then we had this. So I mean, I'm not downplaying it at all. But the bantamweight division has definitely like depleted since the like introduction of the like flyweight division and stuff. So
Yeah.
to me, it, like UFC women bantamweight, I don't see as being like that
Interesting
great.
division. You know,
Yeah.
there's nothing exciting about it, I guess. And I feel like if you look Amanda Nunes' record and we compare it to hers, like yeah, she has a lot of fights, but like who did she fight with?
Yeah.
You know, who are those people? Like if you look at Nunes' record, it's like, oh, okay. But it's like I don't know if they're comparable in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if their records are comparable, even if they have like the same amount of fights, but it's like I think Nunes like she did something, but for her, I'm like if I look at the record and who she fought with, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, who she beat though?
Yeah.
who she
Yeah.
beat,
who
yeah,
she beat. Not
exactly.
because she's fought everywhere.
Yeah,
Pennington
but
fought
I mean,
everywhere.
who
fought
she
everyone,
beat,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you look who Amanda Nunes, right, like who did she beat? Like is
Well, you
know?
can't
Yeah.
compare it. You know what I mean? Amanda Nunes
I
is
mean, you have to.
probably
They're in the same
greatest
division.
of all time.
Yeah, but they're
know,
bantamweight women
but-
and they're in the
Yeah.
same
But
division.
she just won the title. You know, you gotta
Yeah.
let her breathe a little
Let,
bit.
okay.
Let her breathe a
okay.
little bit.
I keep her the credit, right?
Just let her breathe a little bit, right? She let her have the title, let her sleep in her bed with the belt.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
enjoy
Like,
it. Enjoy it.
right? But of course, you can't put her past like Amanda Nunes. She's probably, if you rank all the champions that were in the bantamweight division, I would put her at the bottom. I'm just gonna be real with you,
Yeah. Same.
right? Because
Yeah.
you have Misha Tate, you have Holly Holm, Ronda Rousey, and Amanda Nunes. There was only 4 of them. She's the 5th champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you look the fight, it's like I don't know. Like I don't know. This fight is nothing that you're gonna like. It's remarkable, or you don't think about.
Of
it.
course,
I don't
Yeah.
know.
of
It's
course.
like
Yeah,
it was a boring fight.
It was,
she's
unfortunately.
and did you know like she fought Amanda Nunes, right, for the title
Mhm.
in the first fight she had for the title? And do you guys know what happened in that fight?
I forget. How did she?
Well,
what
she
happened?
quit
She quit.
in the corner during middle
Ah.
between rounds.
Okay.
What round? What round? And
I think it
I
was
think
the
I
4th round.
remember that one.
That's not championship
not a
mentality.
champ.
Think about
But if you think about it, in the 4th round, I think it was in the 4th round
Yeah.
when she got on the top, and like everyone were like, "Oh my god, she's gonna get the submission, right?"
Right.
We all like sitting like this, and then it's like literally she had it, and then she let it go. And it's funny, my man, he said like, "That's why we don't fight chicks fight. That's why we don't watch chicks fighting." And I was like, "Yeah, fair." You know, he was just like holding. She was holding, and then like
And
she let
then-
it go, and it was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Motherfucker.
But the thing is,
Come on.
like, she, like, of course, you know, if you compare her to the other champions, like, you're not going to put her at the top. But the story of her just continuing to chase after the title, you know what I mean? After, like, quitting in the first title fight, legit quitting. Like, you know,
Yeah.
people are just like, you're a quitter. Of course. Think about the mental
It's, yeah.
battles of
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
and try
I
to
don't
come back
even-
and actually fight again and win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would be embarrassed to come back.
Me too.
Like, I would be like,
I'd be like,
Yeah,
am I
well,
a real fighter?
But
Yeah.
I feel like
fuck.
it kind of represents her mentality, like in the cage and out of the cage, because it's like all the way, like, or like all of her is just like the longevity of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
she's a fighter that wants the long fights. Like obviously, like I think she talked about it in her post interview now after the championship too, but like she know that she can knock people out, but there's something like stopping her from doing it, or like I don't necessarily understand it, but that's her words in a
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I saw
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
I saw
and I
that.
think like also when you compare like who she's in the cage, you can see that in her record too. Like she just stays there, and
Right.
like just if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like
Mm.
I don't feel like also after seeing her win, it's like it doesn't really seem like it's that big of a achievement for her. It's more like
the light. You don't see that.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Like it just
Yeah.
it's something's off. I feel like
Oh, you're
it's
talking about it when you saw her after the
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
like
okay.
yeah, it's just like I think her journey is very much her journey. It's not show offy. It's
Yeah.
like she's
Yeah.
just on her own.
It's like her fighting style. It's
Yeah.
just like just grind
yeah.
and just keep going.
Yeah.
And then eventually your opportunity will come.
Yeah, I think like that's
what
what she
Right.
also talked
Yeah.
about. Like it just
Yeah.
happened,
Yeah.
kind of, and
Yeah.
then she's like,
Just fell into place.
"Oh,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah, and,
Right.
and this fight was like perfect example, like how like the
Yeah.
first and second round started, and then 3, 4, 5. You know.
Yeah.
She came back. The
Yeah.
first round she
Yeah.
got dominated.
Yeah.
The second,
Yes.
and then after the second round, it's just like, what happened?
Yeah.
Right.
What happened to Myra?
maybe that's what
Well,
she
good thing she
learned
didn't
though
quit
from
Yeah.
this time
quitting.
around.
Yeah.
Like just to like
Yeah.
just stay there.
Fucking
Yeah.
quit.
Not just on fire.
Yeah.
Just don't stop. Just
Yeah.
don't quit. Just stay in the game. And
Yeah.
then, I mean, it's something good about that too. I mean, there's
Well-
a lot of people that needs to learn that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody underestimated Pennington.
But yeah.
Raquel Pennington, everybody underestimated her. Me too. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought Myra's like when I saw Myra Bueno Silva first enter the UFC, I thought she would be champion.
Me too. Yeah.
You know, I thought that she had the characteristics of like a champion. Like she has the skill set of a
Mhm.
champion. But one thing she doesn't have is that cardio. If you don't have
Yeah.
cardio as a champion,
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah.
gonna last in there. You know.
You
what I mean?
reckon if she
It's
would
true.
come a weight class down, she would be better? Like she would like look better.
Myra Bueno
Yeah.
Silva? I don't know. I think
Potentially.
she's just as big as Pennington, though, right? Was she smaller?
No, I mean like you know, just to come lower weight class, and it make like maybe it will like bring something out.
That she's more of like a
Yeah,
speed fighter
yeah,
in a way.
kind of,
Like I feel like most of the bantamweights are very like
super slow.
yeah. Myself,
Yeah.
like me being a bantamweight, like I can understand. Like for example, at training, like when I go with the lower weights, I know like how to. I understand like if I pace myself on their level, like I'm 2 minutes out and I'm like,
Yeah.
like just do whatever. Like I'll be out. My conditioning will like. I don't. It's just not my game.
Yeah.
Like I want to be like based on the ground, like feet flat,
Yeah.
feeling the power that I got.
Mhm.
And I think most of the bantamweights are like that. They don't want that high intensity. Sometimes, yeah, but
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
for 5 rounds.
But
Yeah.
there's some bantamweights that fight like that,
Yeah.
but they don't have power,
exactly.
Right.
and it's just like
You
it's
will not
trippy
see,
to watch.
no, but
Yeah.
you will not see them knock people out.
Exactly.
Most of
yeah.
it, like I feel like in bantamweight, that is a division that should be like people knocking people out, like
Yeah.
for sure, of all the women in high level.
It's like a bunch of women Nate Diaz. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like,
Yes, sir.
they're just
But just
fighting,
like
you know?
lower base. It's like
Yeah.
like that.
Little hands.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't, am I lying? Like,
No.
to me, it's like Nate Diaz was not a knockout artist
No.
No.
at all. He was a volume guy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's what I
For
see
sure.
in the bantamweight division.
Make
It's
you
like
suffer.
15,
Yeah.
15 different Nate Diaz's
Yeah.
fighting. But yeah.
I feel like Pennington could be like if she actually were to like put more. I don't know. Like I think there's some truth to actually her being a knockout artist, but she's just not.
She's not putting it together.
Exactly.
Right.
Like when they're
no,
hurt.
Yeah.
When she was hurt, did you see what she did in the
No.
second round thing or third round when Pennington hurt her and she was going backwards and
Right.
Pennington was chasing after her
Right.
and then she clinched with her. It's
Right.
like,
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
like that. It's like
Yeah.
if
Yeah,
you-
the decision that are being made. I don't know.
if
there's
hey,
just-
that could have if Myra Bueno Silva had cardio, that mistake would have
Yeah.
lost her big
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
fight.
For sure.
Yeah.
But Myra didn't have anything.
Didn't have it.
Yeah.
She didn't even have a gas tank.
Yeah.
She had one of
Unfortunate.
those little
Right.
little carry-on.
Like, yeah. On her side.
That's all she did. That's all she brought to the fight.
She ran out so quick. Yeah.
You know, Pennington got a big old truck in the
Oh
back.
yeah. She's ready.
She's walking in with a little gas can. Like, where's the
Like a
barbecue?
band-aid.
Yeah. Or it's a matter of the same amount, but one person is using it all at once, and the other one is kind of like,
Yeah.
little spurts.
Yeah. Like, let me
Right?
not give you everything. I
Right?
want.
Yeah. Let me just give you a little teaser in every
No,
round.
because
and I
that's
still
the
have it.
bantamweight things, you know, like a slow
Yeah.
punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's what makes Amanda Nunes so like such a
Great.
separation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like she was hitting like dudes.
Yeah. She's
Sorry.
on another level
You know,
for
She's
sure.
just like
Yeah.
he's like fighting the girls like a dude would
like
fight
a
the
dude.
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a trip to watch. Like,
Right. Right.
And it was great about Amanda Nunes too is she didn't just knock everybody out; she submitted people too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
there were-
She was
sure.
interesting to watch too, you know.
For
like,
sure.
She gave always
dude, the
good
Holly
fights.
Holmes fight, that shit was
Yeah.
crazy,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Like Holly Holmes threw like a kick and like paused for a second, and then was it like that? Was that what happened? She paused for a second, and Amanda Nunes came with the head kick.
Yeah, and then
Like
Something
counter?
that.
sat her down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she got knocked out, right?
Yeah.
No.
I think that's what happened. Like she got off, like Holly Holmes got kind of like she kicked and got off balance a little bit and kind of left
Yeah.
her leg
Yeah.
high
Yeah.
up a little too
Yeah.
long. And Amanda just was it a head kick knockout?
No,
Pretty-
that was round, wasn't it?
Well, that was Holly Holmes to Ronda. Yeah.
Yeah.
But didn't
Did that
I'm
same
pretty
thing
sure-
happen?
Amanda Nunes knocked
Pretty sure
out,
it was a
Holly
kick.
Holmes?
Yeah, because I remember Holly Holm like sitting on her butt.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she got knocked
Yeah.
on her butt.
Yeah.
She was like sitting. Like,
Yeah.
just sitting like,
Yeah.
you know, like she got knocked on her head.
Yeah.
You know?
She needed a little bit of a timeout. And then she
Yeah, exactly. Just like that. And then like Amanda was like punching her while she was
Yeah.
sitting, right?
Oh my
And she was just like dun, 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 right?
think like that's the
That's
fights
good.
that are exciting is the one that you see like they have this confidence about them.
And the
When
fire.
I feel like we're
Yeah.
missing in this title
Yeah.
fight is like the like what you see with Amanda Nunes is like she picks her,
and she's hungry.
Yeah,
like
and
she wants that.
but it's
Yeah.
like it's not just going forward and just like
yeah, smart.
going on like because that you can see a lot in girls fights too. There's not a lot of like I feel like thinking behind it. Like
Right.
there's a lot of just like moving forward
Yeah.
or
But she like
counter
she's
striking,
like in a
kind of.
moment enjoying the fight and putting
exactly.
on.
She's
Yeah.
like you can see that she's like in the fight.
Yeah, she's
she's
genuinely-
actually reading the
yes.
fight. Like
Yes, she's enjoying to be there.
Yeah.
She is in the ring. That's
Yeah.
why she's
and
the
reacting
greatest.
on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
opportunity that comes, and she's
Yeah.
skilled enough
Yeah.
to take advantage of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
actually like putting it to the ground or knocking them
Yeah.
out or but it's like it's a different game when you see both guys or girls
Yeah.
doing that
Yeah.
when they have that confidence in
Yeah.
themselves and going into the ring and creating those opportunities. That's what we're like that's what a fight gets like
Yeah.
really exciting
Yeah.
when you can see that confidence and you
Yeah.
can see them putting in the punches. And
Yes.
yeah, of course you get a punch here and there,
Yeah.
but you see
You
that's not
still have-
bothering
yeah,
them.
yeah. Still
It's
have
almost like they see
confidence.
through the like
Yes.
through the strikes that are
Yes.
coming at them
Right.
because they're 10 steps ahead.
Right.
And knowing that like if I just put these ones in, I'm getting to the finish.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
either it's the knockout or
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
submission.
Yeah.
And I think it's like there's like aggression and there's like technique. And I find a lot of people will do like more of one over
Yeah.
the other. And
Yeah.
it's just trying to like find that balance.
Balance 100%.
Yeah. And once you're like as skilled as someone like Amanda Nunes, you have that balance. You can be that aggressive while
Yeah.
also being that technical.
Because you
And I
know
mean,
when
it's-
to back
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Or like
It's
push the-
fucking hard though
Yeah.
to have both
I
of that
think,
going
like,
on, right?
I don't know, like I feel like that's a big thing when girls fight. They just want to go at it.
Yeah, but I
it's
think
either
they
one
just
or the
wanna,
other,
like,
right?
Yeah,
it's like
but
full
I-
rip
aggression.
someone's
Yeah,
head off, but at the same time, nothing's happening because arms are just thrown.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
that's the
there's
thing.
no
yeah.
control over it.
Girls
It's
are
like,
just emotional. Like we
Yeah.
are just
Yeah.
emotional, and that's the moment when like everything, like the anxiety, everything, like the pressure
Yeah.
takes over, and then like
Yeah.
you lose it. You know, it's like
Yeah.
like everything goes out of there. You know, you go
Yeah.
in the ring, you're like, I'm gonna do this, and that's like
Right.
you go there, whoa, let's go. And I feel like that's what girls and Amanda Nunes is like. That's what makes her great, and I think Bailey is one of the same,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
similar type. Like they
Yeah.
don't have that like over emotional like feminine whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I know I'm like super emotional,
Yeah.
but I look at them and it feels like it's just like water is like this, you know.
Right.
but I think it
Still.
comes down to like actually believing in like
Confidence.
really, the confidence
yeah,
they have when
really
they step into the
yes.
cage.
Or maybe they're taking like estrogen blockers or something.
Maybe.
You and your theory.
I mean, I'm not talking on it, but
Maybe there's something we
I
don't
mean,
know, you know?
yeah,
There's
there's
only
nothing
two people
else
in the
that
UFC,
surprises me
two
anymore.
women in the UFC that can do that. Maybe they're doing something a little
Yeah.
special, you know? A little behind the scenes.
Hey, watch Raquel Pennington just go and beat every record Amanda Nunes has.
I
Except for
mean-
like finish record, but I'm saying, besides that, like, she just goes
literally
and,
what I
like,
was going
wipes
to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amanda's record is all off the board, and she's just like,
But I think
I
like
just don't see that happening.
I'm just saying.
I'm like
Devil's
I'm
advocate.
interested in seeing if like I'm not putting out there that Amanda Nunes is coming back, but I wouldn't be surprised if that were
Right.
to happen.
Yeah.
If someone, because I think that she's that competitive that she would not let her take that away. And like,
Yeah.
I think she really wants to be the GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't see Pennington.
Yeah, and I
actually
think
taking
yeah.
to
Has
just
she commented?
asshole
whipping
move.
Amanda Nunes on
Yeah.
the ground.
Has she commented? Is Nunes commented on the win?
Yeah.
Nothing.
She was there.
Okay.
She was
Yeah.
at the
Yeah, she
show,
was
I
at
think.
the event.
Yeah.
But I
I
don't think
mean-
she cares. She just like
She's got
I
her
don't
family
yeah,
now.
She's so far ahead. and
Yeah.
She knows it herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she
But I
just-
think I don't know why I think this, but I think that maybe I'm talking for myself, like being in that
I'm gonna
position.
cry.
Like, I don't care. Like literally, I would care if that girl, like, I'm not obviously taking the win away, and like she's been grinding for sure, but like for her to take a record from me, if I were Amanda Nunes,
And
I
she
would,
came
I
up
wouldn't
and
take
fight
that
me.
easy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I wouldn't be like, no.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you
I
think
don't
about
think
it,
so.
she gave up while fighting her too.
Yeah.
No, that's what
That's a big thing.
yes.
Yeah.
Like I would like be like, how can she be a champ if like she gave up when she fought me? But I've been like
Yeah.
a champ for the longest, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't be a reigning champ either. She'd just like come in, take the title, and then vacate it again.
Like what GSP did.
Yeah.
Would you think she would take it if she get that opportunity to like Pennington? If she gets that opportunity to actually fight Amanda Nunes in defending,
I don't think she
yeah.
would.
She would.
Yeah.
Of course she
You
would.
think?
For
I think she would.
Avenge
Like,
that loss.
honest, I think she would.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
because she's
the
that
ma-
type
yeah.
of athlete. She's
Yeah.
like
She doesn't want to
she
quit
doesn't
again. She
really
wants to.
care who she steps in the cage with.
She's just a
But-
competitor,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
she
I
is.
think she has like I think Pennington is like that person to like only compete with herself. Like in a way, like
yeah.
she doesn't really care if
That's
it's her.
true. That's true. She goes in the ring because she.
And I think Amanda Nunes would take it just because not.
Yeah.
And
like,
you know
she
what?
would
Another thing
not
about
want her to
Pennington
have it.
too, you know, the same coaching staff that she quit the Amanda Nunes fight, the first one, you know, the first
Yeah.
title fight,
Yeah.
is the same coaching staff she won the title with.
Like,
That's
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
yeah.
Yeah.
Most fighters would have left a long time ago, I think, and went to another team or something. Right?
But you think it was really the
never
team, or
left.
you think it was that, or you think it was just her?
Yeah.
I think it was her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think most like I
So
don't know.
then-
I
But
can
the
only-
thing is, like, most people don't want to blame themselves.
Right.
no,
but
but
I
I
mean,
think that's a big difference from girls to boys. Like I think a lot of girls put a lot of shit on
On
themselves
themselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
and not
For
on
sure.
the
That's true.
outside world.
Yes.
yeah.
Because I like being more emotional
Yeah.
creatures or whatever you want
Yeah.
to
Is
call
it easier to blame yourself?
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why.
I don't want to put other people
I
in.
don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
Because if you-
I lost my problem.
Yeah.
If you blame yourself,
Just go
that
home alone and
means-
cry.
Yeah, that means you could just be alone.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go confront anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And that's the biggest thing is
Yeah,
I think the
confrontation.
biggest
Even if
battle
so you're
for
saying
most
it's kinda
girls
like
are
a-
themselves.
Yeah,
Like
a
a
lot
weak
of times,
move?
like even
No,
Is that what you're saying?
even
No, because people make that choice all the time.
Right.
And then sometimes it's the better choice.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there are girls and there are guys doing that switch and switching teams and
Switch the teeth.
team.
Switching
Oh,
teams.
okay, okay,
Wow.
Okay, I was like, you
Jeez.
said there's guys and there's girls switch the teams. I was like,
No, not like that.
I was like, all right,
We're still talking MMA.
all right, all right, my bad, my bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But I think for sure that girls are more blaming themselves than blaming anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. I didn't know that like women would be more prone to blame themselves. I
Have
didn't
you
know
seen
that.
them train?
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
So you come to me at least like 5 times a week. Like, don't
No.
blame yourself. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're hard on yourself. I'm like,
I
yeah.
know. Yeah, it's always the don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah,
And it's
always
like,
don't be hard on
it's like I'm
yourself.
listening, but I'm not.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I know that's
It's like
hard.
that, you know, yourself. Like how many battles we have every single training with no one but
And then they're
ourselves.
like,
Yeah.
why are you so stressed? I'm like, take it easy, like day by day. Like it's always like
Okay,
that.
sure. Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
imagine,
take it
like for a
easy.
guy, it would be like a spaghetti bowl. Like that is our like mind. Like there, it's just like when everything's
Cooked
crazy,
spaghetti.
it's just like a fucking
Yeah,
spaghetti bowl. Like
more the-
everything is like tangled together.
Yeah, and guys,
And you can like you can
lights are on, but no one told me. And then they come
and
to
then, like, a guy's mindset is like they're like in one like you can see apartment building and you have like eating and training and sleeping and having sex and like emotions here and like and you guys are in one room at a time.
Right.
That's what a
Yeah.
guy is.
And
They're
you guys
like,
are running- you guys are running down the hall.
Yeah.
Fucking
No, we
this
don't
way,
even
this
got
way.
rooms. We don't even
Oh.
got rooms.
Yeah.
We have a spaghetti bowl.
And then we were asked, like, why can't you not just chill? Like,
Yeah.
relax.
And that is the worst thing to say ever.
And your eyes go like, yeah.
But the thing is, like, guys, most of the time, guys, when they're
So what
talking,
are you defending now?
most of the time when guys are talking to each other, they're talking about nonsense.
They
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, for
they
sure.
talk
And
about
like,
nothing
I'll
but
talk about
everything.
nonsense for like 15 minutes straight,
Yeah.
and then walk away, and we've accomplished nothing in the conversation.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Sounds great.
But it was fun
Yeah.
because we were just talking shit to each other. all the time.
But that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
difference. Like
But, yeah.
like guys are just way more like
I think that's
I don't
might
want
be
to
a-
use the word simple, but it is simple.
I think that's the coping mechanism as well.
Yeah, you get
It's to
some.
avoid conversations about things that you really want to talk about, maybe.
Right, because you don't want to seem vulnerable, right?
Exactly.
But I
Yeah.
don't think
maybe.
like
Okay.
maybe, but like at the same time, like a guy, if he talks about his emotions, he's like definitely talking about his emotions,
Mhm.
but he has to choose to talk about it,
Yeah.
and he has to choose to like focus on eating, and like, but girls can like eat, talk about emotion, and I don't know, write an essay at the same time. Like it's weird, but it's like it's true.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's all over the place.
I see what you're saying.
So it's
you
like
know.
we're very different.
Hey, I've been married for like 15 years. So
Yeah.
So you
I
haven't
know,
learned
I've-
absolutely nothing.
I learned that. I know that it doesn't change.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
So
that's my
he does
research.
it.
Hey, that's my research
That's what
paper.
you've written down. Yeah.
That's my research paper. That's the title. It doesn't change. Rewind.
Beginning, middle, and end, right there. Yeah.
Oh, but you guys don't either.
The start
That
line
is
and the
true.
finish line is the same line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Man.
So, yeah. So like,
Oh,
okay,
fuck
now
Well,
that
was a
that was a-
sidetrack.
that was-
That was a
that was-
sidetrack.
Yeah,
no,
a little bit.
that was great. That was interesting. Like I didn't think about those things.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
It's great to hear
So
those
it,
things.
it complies to fighting too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's
Absolutely.
different.
And I
Yeah.
feel in fighting, it's like magnifies, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's like fighter girls are just like insane.
Yeah.
Like we're
I told
crazy.
Carolina today, like, there's a reason why my team only has like one girl.
And there's a reason why we all fight.
And it's here because it's a battle between battles. There's battles
Yeah.
inside of battles inside of
Outside.
battles.
Battleception.
Battles within battles, and then also made up battles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's-
Because there's not
Yeah.
there's battles going on that don't
Yeah.
even exist, but these people are having these battles.
Exactly. Imaginary
Most
battles.
Most of the battles that we are actually battling are non-existing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just like made up
true.
shit in our minds.
Yeah.
Which is like I don't know, like a virtual reality.
But if
Yeah.
you take that and make it to the extreme, that's like real like mental illness.
That's like
right?
schizophrenia. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure. Like, if you take it extreme though, extreme. I'm
Right.
saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's
like
like-
if you're a fighter, you take it a little bit more extreme, and then
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
schizophrenic.
You could. And you get diagnosed.
You wake up one morning and there's a little person talking to you. And you're like, oh shit.
Hey, I'd be like, damn, man, what the heck happened to me?
No, I'd be like, sweet, I got a new friend.
Hey, but hey, side note,
Friend.
hey, talking about friends, right?
Okay.
One of my friends, one of my good friends, when he was growing up, in the house that he lived in, there were ghosts, right?
Sure.
And in his room, in his room, there were two ghosts, right? That lived in his room.
Okay.
The two old couples,
Okay.
like grandpa, grandpa, right?
Okay.
And he lived in the house with those two ghosts in his room. Talked to him and everything.
And
he
this
said.
is what he told you.
This is what he told me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you believed him.
I believe him. It's my
Yeah.
friend. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's got
And when his eye kind of twitched, you were just like, ah, that's no big deal.
He's all right.
Completely normal.
Yeah, this is just my friend.
If you don't, do you believe in ghosts?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't believe in ghosts. Yeah, I don't believe in ghosts, right?
Okay, but you
But-
believed your
but
friend.
I've heard-
You believed your friend.
No, but the thing is, like,
He's a fucking loyal
people-
friend.
Yeah, really.
people that I know,
Friends to that.
they told me like there are ghost stories, right? So
Right.
It's like, I don't know. I don't know what to believe because like I don't believe it and because I haven't seen it. Like I
Yeah.
haven't experienced any ghosts, right?
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. But they're telling me, you know, I mean, I have to believe them because they're people that I trust.
I mean, does it really matter if you
I
think it or
guess. I
not?
guess.
So-
Yeah, it's not that important of an issue.
It is.
It
Anyway,
is.
so in 297, right? The main event, since you guys were like, oh, there was a main event. Okay, there was a main event. Dricus du Plessis from South Africa, he becomes UFC champion, right? The fight, not as great as I think people expected. You know, I think if they expected to go to the decision, they expected like a war, right? But it wasn't a war.
Yeah.
Sean Strickland came out, did really well with his boxing, but then du Plessis kind of like turned it on. I think like maybe round 3, 4, 5, and kind of won those rounds and won
Yeah,
the
but he
belt.
won.
You think
He
he
got
won the
take
fifth
down and
round?
had like how much like ground time? Like he didn't hold him on
Yeah.
the ground, and then
Doesn't
Mhm.
count.
yeah, that's why I think he got robbed.
I think so too. Also, he definitely didn't win the 5th round.
Yeah, and there
But I
his
think that's
face
what the
looked
judges gave him,
bad.
though. You know?
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah. So yeah. So there's a controversy, you believe, but the thing is, Strickland he's kind of like he's like damaged goods. You know?
yes.
Sorry,
And
I think it's boring as fuck.
he is boring
Yo,
fighting. Yeah.
I think like if there were like I don't know, not that none of these guys are actually like really making me excited about watching them fight,
Mhm.
but yeah, of
Well,
those two,
But do
I
you
would-
yeah.
It's
I don't
it's,
know.
it's like
Do you reckon
Kobe.
Yeah,
Kobe's the same way. He talks big. His fighting style is not as big as his talking.
Oh, no.
Sean
well,
Strickland's the
last
same.
fight.
Yo.
Yeah, that last fight
Whoa.
sucks,
Well, I'm
man.
just even saying his fights before that. Like he wasn't like this big knockout artist. Or,
No.
No,
you
it
know,
was
he
just like a
grinder.
wrestle
He was a
fucker.
grinder. He
Yeah.
was like cardio grinder. You know what I mean? If he could,
Yeah.
he might finish you if he overwhelms you later in the rounds, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Sean Strickland's kind of like that, but just as a striker.
But he's
Yeah.
still boring. Even like I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he
But
is
I think
boring.
it's like
But
At
people
least-
like him. You know, like a lot of people like him
Because
because
they
he's
can-
saying things that they
They
want
can
to
relate to
Yeah,
him.
they can relate exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's not even just Americans.
like he's
it's like-
just like
It's like people from like Russia. Like yeah, like it's pretty
like,
wild.
he's like so grounded and like super easy and like living easy. I don't know. I feel like that's why people can like relate to him
You
in
can.
a way.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know me, I'm not the biggest Sean Strickland fan.
Me neither.
You know, you've
No,
heard my.
no.
So are you
opinions.
happy du Plessis won then?
No, I'm not. I'm never happy who wins or not.
But
You know
what
I
do
mean?
you feel like? Do you feel like it was a robbery or
Do you think like
No,
he-
I'd have to like. Too many people are saying that it was a robbery, so I have to like go back and watch it again.
do you
okay?
think
You
the
know what I mean?
Duplessis and Easy would be an interesting fight? Like
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Styles,
I think
mixed
it's way
styles.
more interesting.
yeah,
than
that's why like
For sure.
you know, even like we watched the fight and like we were talking that like UFC kind of wants to see more Easy and Duplessis, so like is
They do.
kind of
Right.
like you kind of expected that he would win, you know, if it goes
Yeah,
to
if
decision.
If it's that
Yeah,
close
yeah,
too, yeah.
exactly, because like that's what people want to see. That's gonna sell, and UFC 300
It's
is like
controversy.
around the corner.
It's
It's
true.
controversy.
It's
Yeah.
true.
It's like two Africans, one's white and one's
Mhm,
black,
yeah.
and this
Yeah.
kind of turns into this race thing about who's more African than other
Yeah.
other
And
Africans.
it's
Right.
been going
Yeah,
on
it's
for
been going-
years, and
yeah.
like that's what sells right
Yeah.
too.
And they're gonna reignite that leading up to the fight, right? They're gonna do
Mm.
press
Oh,
conferences.
100%.
Yes, of
Of
course.
course.
And
People are
UFC
like-
300 is like we're
Yeah.
gonna sell it better than there.
They said they're gonna announce the main event of that pretty soon. That's what
Yeah.
Dana White said.
It's gonna be
I don't
Brock
believe anything
Lesnar.
he says, really, though. Yeah. It's gonna be Brock
daughter.
Lesnar.
Yeah.
His daughter's gonna fight Frank Mir's daughter.
Dude, she scares me.
Yeah.
No, but you know, because he was on 100 and 200 and now
Yeah.
300, but he is like 46 years old, isn't he?
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
And
Okay.
he's probably
Probably wouldn't work
dying of steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Oh,
If they could do it, they
Yeah.
would for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, of course. They would pay Brock Lesnar to come back. But
Yeah.
they said they got some surprise. Maybe it's
Ooh.
Habib.
Maybe.
Nah.
Maybe it's
You
Habib.
think-
Really?
No,
Habib
I don't
comes
think-
back, fights Leon Edwards
Mm.
for the welterweight title.
No,
No,
I
but
don't
I think for like I don't know why, but I feel like that's boring.
Yeah, it is.
Habib versus Leon Edwards.
Yeah, I like
It's
there's
'cause
nothing.
They're
I'm
like
not really- I don't-
too
I'm not-
perfect. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't really am entertained by Leon Edwards, to be honest.
Yeah, but the thing is, like,
Are
it'd be
you
interesting to
Fuck
see.
B, though?
I
I'm
like
the
his
other way.
wrestling.
I'm the other way.
Yeah.
I'm like, everyone's
Okay.
like, yeah.
No, but it'd be interesting to see, like, if Habib can utilize his wrestling against a much bigger
Right.
opponent.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
'Cause he cut down to 155. Now he's gonna
Mhm.
fight at 170 against a much bigger guy who probably walks around at 200. 205. You know, so I would like to see that. of
That'd be
course.
interesting.
I don't know. You don't
But,
think it might be a Connor or someone like that?
No,
Yes.
I don't think-
Literally, yeah.
Sounds like
I don't think Connor's gonna come back until like
Really?
summertime or something. That's what they said. But who knows, man? Who
he
knows?
stole
If,
those things.
Yeah,
But,
really.
but Duplessis versus Izzy, they'll probably announce that. You know, if
Yeah.
Duplessis like healthy, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he didn't
like
break
he
anything.
looked back.
No,
Yeah.
his just face
Mhm.
looked bad, but
Yeah.
that could heal
Yeah.
in a couple
that's
weeks,
true.
right? So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what the surprise will be, but I don't even think there's gonna be a surprise. UFC been pretty lazy lately.
Yeah,
with,
I
like,
did actually.
doing shit. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So because they've become so far ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
They don't need to do
They don't
anything.
need to put effort into
Yeah.
anything. They're just
Yeah,
making so
that's
much
an-
money.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
fair.
They're printing money for themselves
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
over the world,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's just like
Except, I mean, when it comes to Saudi Arabia, and then they make a fucking
Yeah.
shit lazy ass card, and
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good transition.
that's a good segue. I know. I
Yeah.
took it. I went
Oh,
with it.
she went with it. She's a natural.
New host.
Hey, ESPN.
Yeah,
Get
hit
on
me
it.
up.
Get
Hit me
on
up.
it, ESPN. All right, so Saudi Arabia. So there was an interesting article from Bloody Elbow about Saudi Arabia. They did some digging or something like that, right? So they said that the Saudi Arabia gave the UFC 20 million to put on the show, right?
Insane.
In Saudi Arabia, $20 million. And then they were starting to announce fights for the card, right? Which were not very like good fights at all, right? Did you
Yeah.
see the fights that they were announcing? I don't know.
It's just putting money like in the pockets thing away. It's like
Yeah,
and then- put some guys out there.
Okay, so they announced that they're gonna cancel or postpone the Saudi Arabia card,
Yeah.
and you know we're gonna talk about the PFL card because that was supposed to be on the same weekend,
Yeah. That's
and then they took it off, right?
Right.
Anyways, so Arrow Hawani,
Why
you know
though?
why was it on the same weekend, or why did they take it off? Which one?
No, why did it take it off? Like, why?
Well, I mean, it probably has to do with how shitty the card was, for one. And it's like when you have PFL versus Bellator, and then you have this one on this same fucking weekend. It's like there's only so many civilians that will pay for both of those things,
yeah,
right?
But apparently everybody's rich there.
You think they? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's Saudi Arabia nobody cares.
I think everybody's rich there. This is my like idiotic perception of like Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that's
You think
Everybody has money.
Everyone's rich.
Every single person that's there,
It's just
that's
like
Saudi Arabian,
bathing
is
in
money.
oil.
They're like, what is
no
it?
idea. I can't comment on it.
It's like Donald Duck. What was it? No. not
Oh
Donald
yeah, when he
Duck.
jumps into
Yeah,
the,
when he jumps into his little
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
you know, Darkwing Duck or whatever. I don't know what it was.
Yeah,
called,
no, I
whatever.
know what
But
you-
anyways, Arrow Hawani said on his show that from sources he cannot reveal that the powers that be in Saudi Arabia were pissed off
Right.
at the UFC because their card was on some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, we're giving you 20 million.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're
and
gonna
you
give us Doo-Doo Brown versus
Doo-Doo
Popo
Brown.
Z? I don't
Nobody
know.
wants to
They
see
Nobody
probably,
Doo-Doo
they
cares.
probably
Brown.
thought that they would not know anyway, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That the UFC's play some games. Someone need to smack them in the face.
Yeah.
Like, what
Yeah.
are you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dana was like, "Oh no, we didn't give them any names. We didn't give them any fights." But it's like everyone else fucking knew what they had put up. So who's to say that the Saudis didn't see that and understand, you know, that it's a shit card? I mean, if I were them, it makes sense. And then there's talk of Makachev as well. He wants to fight in June. So I mean, that would be absolutely perfect, right? To change that into a pay-per-view and
Yeah.
then have Makachev headline
Which
Well, that's what they want.
Islam.
They want Islam. They want Hamzat. They want those guys
Yeah.
to headline.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's what's gonna
That
bring in
makes
everybody.
sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
Everybody.
sense too, right?
And you can't have a fight night card. I mean,
No.
you need pay-per-view.
Whereas
over there.
like
Yeah.
men's
You see what-
flyweight
you
is
see
the
what
main
UFC
event.
Try to do? They try to sneak in something through the back door,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Nah,
it's Saudi
sorry.
Arabia.
Dana.
But
Yeah.
why? Like, that's like, why? Why are they doing it? Because they're not, obviously, UFC, like the people that work there, they're not stupid. Like, they're doing a lot of shit right.
Yeah.
So, why did they make those types of decisions?
Someone stupid.
Yeah, maybe someone got fired. Yeah, I
That's
mean,
the unknown source. Maybe.
maybe they just maybe it was just improper planning, and then they couldn't find enough people to put on the card, and right,
Yeah,
could
but
happen. Laziness, human
Yeah.
error.
Saudi Arabia is moving pretty heavy nowadays, right? They're doing all the big boxing events. Now.
Yeah.
Did you see all the celebrities that they flew in
Yeah,
for
it's
Francis
crazy.
Ngannou?
Even
and-
Eminem, like, was
Like,
there.
who's the most celebrity?
I don't know. There were so many, I think.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
like all the like, the hype. Yeah,
Yeah, they got
everyone,
so
like,
much money.
everyone. Yeah,
Like they paid all those people.
yeah,
Think
to
about this like
come.
this. They paid all those people to come, also pay for the private jet to pick them up and fly them out
That's
there,
crazy.
and then
Yeah.
put them in like the probably
Yeah.
but that's like a normal
8-star
Sunday for
hotel.
them. I
Yeah.
feel
That's
like
what
that's
I'm saying, though.
yeah.
like how do you compete with that?
But
But
I mean, if that's their like,
You don't.
I don't know. Like,
But the thing is, like, we cannot relate to those people. So, like, I don't know. It's like I, for example, I can see it's like too over. Like, I don't know. It's like too much. There's like,
over the top.
yes, it's too
I mean,
much.
the only thing that I can see is like the sustainability of their like marketing of what they're trying to do.
Well, there's
Like
just-
I feel like obviously like there's their way of trying to bring more tourism and stuff to their country is like obviously like pedal to the ground. Like they're
going for it.
They're going for it like hard. But where like if you're gonna bring Americans and you're gonna bring Europeans and also people from Asia, like sorry, but they want gambling and they want alcohol. Like it's a big thing. It's like a weird
Yeah.
thing to say, but it's like it's a big fucking industry for people when it comes to Jesus, I forgot the word, but people traveling to other countries.
Yeah, tourism.
Thank you. Tourism.
Yeah.
yeah, tourism.
And obviously that makes a lot of money for a country, which if you think about going from oil money and
Yeah.
like seeing that will take an end one day and then making all money off of tourism and you're not giving people tourism they want, like they
Yeah,
wanna have alcohol
eventually
and
there's
wanna
other
gamble.
places that are gonna
Yeah,
give them
it's
that
like-
shit, right? Yeah.
Gambling changes like sports in a country. Like
Oh,
when
yeah.
gambling is legal on sports in a country,
Yeah.
like sports
Welcome
is
to
way
Thailand.
bigger.
People are dying.
Way bigger.
People are
Sports are
getting-
way bigger.
People are dying.
Yeah, when gambling's
People are
involved.
jumping off buildings
Yeah.
because they legit gambled their whole life away.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, there's nothing else.
And I mean,
Yeah.
if fighting and sports are like their way of making tourism a big thing, then maybe. But I think like I just don't see the ends meet when it comes to like the longevity of things.
Just
Like,
spending
Right.
money.
like there's so much money being spent. Like
Right.
I understand that people have a lot of money,
But
But
all the
there-
world doesn't.
but if you don't
it's
make
like,
new
I don't
money,
know.
then that money is gonna end
Yeah.
No,
one
eventually.
day. And,
I just-
But at
and
least
we're not
they'll-
living for just 10 more years.
At least the people in power now are gonna be dead by that time, so they don't give a fuck.
No, that's true.
I just wonder, like, I just
But
would
yeah,
like to
it's
see.
the sustainability of things. It's like
Yeah.
there's something not adding up for me.
Yeah, they're
To
just
make
they're
this
just like
like
money
a
is no
long-term
object. Clearly.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah, they should
Like it's fun and cool and stuff that they're doing all this shit in a way like it's flashy
yeah.
and bringing all
Flashy,
these
Yeah, look at how rich
high
we are.
fancy people
Yeah.
down and in private jets and
But
But it's
everything.
kind of
Yeah.
like desperate too. I don't know.
They-
Yeah, I
they-
think for most
Yeah,
people
it's like,
that
hey,
are a little
cool
bit
too.
Yeah,
like
They're not.
can think on their own, I think it's
yeah, they're like,
That's their-
yeah, exactly.
it's
It's
like
like,
Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
what? I didn't call what you said. What did you say?
Revenge of the Nerds.
Okay, yeah. Maybe.
That's what basically like the tech
They're like,
industry is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Take it-
Oh, definitely.
they're spending money in other ways, aren't they? They're
Well,
like
the thing
building things and whatnot. Or is
Well,
it are they
they're-
just focusing on
Well,
entertainment?
they're not. well, they want to be
But
involved.
how are you
in
going to sell like the
entertainment.
building things if there are
sports.
no people there?
It's true.
Like
Oh,
they're
they're just
like
building
people
stuff.
need to be entertained. Like
Yeah.
like for me, like choosing this career and like making it like because I had like this thing like, is this actually like a real job like for me, for myself, like, but entertainment is such a big thing in this
Yeah,
world, and
it
sport
is.
is part of that.
Yeah.
Totally.
So it's
Yeah.
like it's nothing to like sweep under the rug, but I think like there's when it comes to sports, there's so much, like it's a whole world
Yeah, if
that
you
needs
look at
to
it-
come together.
Yeah.
And I don't think you see a lot of sports events where you don't find the guys that needs the beers and like I don't know and the,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, it's just like
It's
a
like
whole-
Thailand.
yeah, it's,
You go
it's
to
a
watch
whole
fights.
thing.
What
Yeah.
do you see?
It's a
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah,
People
it's
drink beer.
entertainment.
It's not just entertainment. It's just like we're living in a world where people are not just scrolling on their phone anymore. They need to eat at the same time, and they need to like we're just need to be this overstimulation of absolutely everything at once. And if you're gonna bring people down and just give them one, they're gonna get bored. They're gonna think it's cool for maybe one time, and then they're
Yeah.
done it, and there's
Yeah.
nothing more to it.
They're buying like
I
soccer
don't know.
teams.
Yeah,
Are
no,
they
it's
Like
really?
they're
crazy.
legit.
That's
like,
too much.
yeah,
I don't know.
They're buying
'Cause I
soccer
think-
teams and they're just buying players.
Because I think, I mean, if we're talking about like them like figuring other ways to make money, right?
Yeah.
It's not as if they can like, their land isn't resourceful, is it? It's just all
Yeah,
sand,
yeah.
It's
right?
very resourceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's oil in there.
Well, other than that part, we're putting that
Don't
aside.
forget.
We're putting the oil aside, and we're thinking aside from oil,
Yeah.
how can they make money, right? And
Yeah.
it's not
Well, that's
through
what they're
any
trying to
other
figure out.
trade, right? They
They're
can't
trying to-
trade anything
Well,
because
they
what else
trade
did
sand.
you can't trade sand, man?
Well, you
There's
make-
enough sand.
You know what you make? You make glass out of sand and you sell glass.
Okay, you tell him that
Well,
then.
how much glass do you need?
You
Yeah,
become a world glass dominant. You become number one in the world at glass.
right. I mean
Glass
that
everything.
that could be a more long term thing, yeah. But if they want money now, I mean, I guess
Well, that's
doing
why
stuff
they're
like this
investing in
is-
sports and they're buying teams. They're
Yeah.
doing what they're doing what they think they need
Yeah,
to do
definitely.
to survive.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
right,
beyond the oil.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So you can't blame them for that.
I mean,
No,
they're
no,
definitely
I'm
going
just
for
saying-
the entertainment part.
Yeah.
They do. But I think there's a lot of shit that lacks
yeah, of
when
course.
it comes to that part.
Yeah,
But they're spending like it's just like a new promotion sometimes. You know, when you get a new promotion
yeah,
and these guys get like these investors to come in and the investor gives them like a good lump sum of money to like put on shows. So their first show is just like very massive. Like they,
Right.
they overbook a bigger venue
Yeah.
and don't fill it. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
right.
they got all this extravagant shit going
Yeah.
on. And then
Fire.
That's
But
what I
I think
look
it's
at it
like
as. That's what natural. That's what people do.
when you mention like it's just too much, it's I
Mm.
think like people see through it
Yeah.
and have that
Yeah.
view of it. Like
I don't.
it's
I don't
just
find
too
it like
much.
that. Like I would think like, oh, now I want to go there. Like I have
No,
like,
exactly.
no,
I
Yeah.
yeah.
want to
Like,
be a
Don't
part
lie.
of it.
yeah. I don't even want to.
There's a fight
If
there.
they pay me 20 million, I go there. No,
Yeah.
but, like,
If you fight for,
Obviously.
let's say you get signed by the PFL, right?
But
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
as
big
tourist, I'm
chance.
not gonna go there. You know.
Of
no,
course,
I
of
mean,
course.
I feel like it's boring.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never gone
boring.
here
Yeah.
as a tourist,
Yeah.
to be honest. But anyways, like, but if you sign with the PFL, there's a big
Yeah, like
possibility
fighting
that
is
you can fight
different.
there.
Like
Yeah.
fighting is a job.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
for sure.
Yeah, I
Job,
get a call. Okay, I go.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
there.
But
for
I mean, like, I
a week,
wouldn't
2
go
weeks.
there as a
Sorry,
tourist.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, yeah. this-
Get some attractions or something. I don't know.
yeah, get a roller
Get
coaster.
hey, Disneyland.
Amusement.
But I
park.
talked
Yeah.
to a friend that
Water
was down there.
park.
Yeah, get a
just
water
couple
park.
months ago, and they've done like a great job of making it like an exciting, like almost like you go to a museum. It's like the whole country is like
A
really,
museum?
yeah. It's like
That's-
yeah, but it's
that's not
weird.
good to say.
But at the same time, I mean, like at some point, people are gonna get bored.
Yeah. of course.
Yeah.
People
But
come
the
to
kind-
Thailand
it's not-
because
it's not a-
you
yeah.
don't get bored of like a
But
beach.
yeah, but the kind
and
of
drinking
yes.
pina coladas and
That's the
eating
thing.
gambler on
Yeah,
fights.
but
Yeah,
the
like-
kind of entertainment they offer, it's not in the long term, it's not gonna last. You know, like
No.
people get bored of this. Like, yeah, I want to
Yeah.
go sit at the beach and watch the ocean.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't-
yeah.
and that's what makes that's exciting. You know, I
Yeah.
choose that every day over like I don't know whatever
Dexter?
they do there.
On
Yeah.
Dexter?
Because Thailand,
Oh my god, I don't know.
Thailand originally, like, it's the land that people actually want to see as well, right? It's
Yeah.
like the tropical
Yes.
aspect of it. And Saudi Arabia, I don't know. I haven't really looked too far into it, but I don't think it's a very beautiful place.
Yeah,
No offense.
yeah.
to the
Like
Saudi
every person who
Arabians.
comes back from there is like, yeah, it's just like a city.
Right. So
There's,
they're
like,
just
nothing
adding
else.
shit on top as opposed to like Thailand, which was like a good base.
Yeah.
And then
but-
they started adding
Yeah, but here's
Yes,
like
stuff on
nature
top.
and all of that.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
like
We've got
nothing there.
so much more.
It's
Come
fake.
to Thailand.
Hey, I
Well, we-
I love Saudi Arabia. If you want to fly me out there, I'll fly out there.
Yeah, I'll fly out there too. Sure.
I'll go there for a job.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright,
For
so,
sure.
anyways, in Saudi Arabia, so continuing with Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So the PFL like pay-per-view card is coming out.
Yeah.
They're fighting in Saudi Arabia, and I'm gonna name the fights, right? And you guys tell me if you recognize any of these names.
'Kay.
You guys are fighting.
I'm ready.
Okay?
I'm
The
ready.
main event.
No name.
No, don't say anything until I'm done. Don't say anything until I'm done. I want you to absorb all the names, okay?
Oh shit.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Am I gonna remember?
Main
all this?
event. No, because the names when you hear the name, you'll recognize it or you won't. Yeah. Okay, so
Okay, I'm ready. I'm
The
It
ready.
main
feels
event.
like she's at school right
I'm
now.
ready.
the main event is the heavyweight title, a heavyweight bout. It's the PFL World Champion Hernan Ferreira versus the Bellator champion Ryan Bader. Okay, the co-main event, middleweight champion Johnny Eblen, Bellator champion versus Impa Kasanganai, PFL champion. Well, PFL light heavyweight champion. He's dropping down the middleweight. Welterweight champion versus champion is Magomed Karimov, who's the PFL champion, versus Jason Jackson, the Bellator champion. Featherweight champion versus champion Jesus Pinedo, who's the PFL champion, versus Patricio Pitbull, Bellator champion. Those are the champion versus champion fights. That's
Okay.
kind of like the chunk of that's the meat of it. Do you know any of those names?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who?
Bader,
Mm-hmm.
Magomed Karimov.
People.
Wait. Pitbull. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pitbull.
Yeah.
You only know 3 names? How many do you know?
Yeah. Two.
2? How about you?
Please don't ask.
Okay, so
That was really stressful.
so as a,
You got three.
so as a fan, right? As a fan, would you pay money to watch this?
No.
She has no idea who anything.
She showed up here.
Is there? That's kind of a problem, right?
Okay, how
for
much is the
PFL.
ticket?
Huh?
How much?
Yeah,
how
how
much is the ticket?
I don't know. It's in Saudi
We're talking
Arabia.
like $40.
I
Sure.
don't know. Probably $40.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
on
I'd
ESPN.
do that then.
But
I would say for me that kind of the I don't know. I haven't seen the faces because I don't literally I don't know names. But just watching PFL versus Bellator sells more for me than actually the names
Yeah,
on
same.
the
Yeah.
card,
This is true. Yeah.
which is exciting. But yeah, with you asking any of the fights, then I don't know.
you make
Yeah.
a good point. I didn't even think of it that way.
No,
The
'Cause
concept.
Yeah.
Yeah,
concept
exactly.
I think it's a
exactly.
solid concept.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do, and I
Yes.
think it's it's competing.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah,
if
it's
they
it
have
would be
like so many more like more exciting fighters that you kind of know of, like
Yeah.
you know because who they are,
Yeah.
and then like I think that kind of matchups with like there are certain people, of course, that the promotions have been like promoting better, you know. So
Yeah.
you like oh like she's a
Right.
Bellator fighter, you know, like you just want to see even if she's not a champ or he's not a champ, but
Yeah.
like I
But
think
you
there's
know them more.
yes.
Yeah.
And then, like if you put like those exciting fighters like from Bellator, like Bellator has a lot of exciting fighters to be honest, but
Yeah. I
it's
feel
like-
like champ versus champ isn't exactly
yes,
necessary.
Yes,
No.
me too.
And also,
I
it
think
doesn't
just
even
going with the concept of PFL
Yeah.
versus
Yes.
Bellator,
Yeah.
you know, like
It's
they
enough.
want
Yeah.
hardcore on that and just
Yeah.
put like all of like
Yeah.
the big
Yes.
athletes, like
Big
the
names,
names
yeah.
that
who are-
people know.
yes,
That will be like
who are like
what
yeah.
the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah, I think that would be
that would be
cool.
really, really
Yes,
exciting.
yes,
Like for
yes.
sure.
I agree.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree, and especially because like the champ. What's so funny? The
You
champ
guys
versus
don't know
champ.
any of the names.
The champ versus champ thing isn't even like you. They don't even
I'm
become a
excited
champ
about this
after.
card though.
They don't even
Feel
become a
like-
champ.
Yeah,
I'm
and
excited.
you guys just pumping the shit up, and then you're like, you don't even know what the names are.
Yeah.
But
Faces
but
in PFL and
Of course.
Bellator.
Yeah.
I
that
like
I
some
know
of the
gets me
names
excited.
too. Yeah, but
But the thing is, like, you know, the concept is good to, I think, build like stars off of it. You know what I mean? I think that's what kind of maybe you were saying, maybe that they could use that concept to kind of like sell it, the concept, and then show like, okay, who are the biggest stars?
Yeah,
in this
maybe-
but
promotion.
are they are
So-
doing it? I don't feel like they're like promoting it. I don't feel they're not promoting their fighters or like
Yeah.
on the main card. You know?
Yeah, I didn't find out about this until today.
Yeah, it's been out for a couple of days. But
Okay.
so you know,
But we are very
Because in
excited.
UFC,
Yes.
it's like
Super
there's,
excited.
like UFC gives us stories. You know?
she does.
I didn't. I knew that.
She doesn't even know who Ryan Bader is.
Yo, my manager. Oh, he will be so disappointed right now.
two
He
days-
told me 2 years ago when I started this shit, like, just please
Pay
start
attention.
watching and like learn the fucking names. And I'll be like sitting here right now, like, yeah, maybe I should have. Maybe I should have. I
You
know
know
my own
the
name.
faces. That's good enough.
Some days,
right?
and then
Next
But-
time, just bring pictures of the fighters.
twice as excited.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sure. You'd be like, oh, that guy looks tough.
Yeah.
I'll pick him.
Faces on the
oh,
screen.
yeah.
It's like,
Presentation.
this time,
Fuck, I'd be so
he's a
stressed out.
fighter. Bellator.
I will be a 5-star fucking student for watching that.
Don't know nobody's name. Just know the face.
Just the faces.
You're
Picture and then like the best.
Yeah.
I would be so excited.
But if PFL versus Bellator,
See a face that I know, I'll be so excited. Poor girl.
And it's not even a fighter. It's just a person down the street.
You can show me probably whoever. As long as he look a little bit like a fighter, I would probably like, I know him.
Yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
like, you know, the names
No,
on
I'm
here.
honest
but
though.
concepts.
I'm
some
honest. I'm at least honest that I don't
For
know
sure,
For sure.
for sure, it's all good.
any.
You could have an opinion without knowing who people are.
Watch me. Watch me.
It's true. It's
Yeah, I
true.
guess you can have
Hey,
an opinion
think
about anything.
Hey, think of
Oh,
like
yeah.
all
Even
the,
if you don't know anything about it.
think of all the like YouTube channels out there that are just talking about celebrities.
Yeah.
That's all they do is talk about celebrities, and then like everything that comes out with celebrities, that's all they talk about. They never met those celebrities, but they just talk about the celebrities, right?
True.
But I mean, an opinion is just based off like your own experience
Mhm.
and shit that you read, and like
And how you're influenced by other people.
yeah, let me okay that the part like it goes under the shit that you read, in my opinion. But like things that you learn from outside, then.
Oh, for sure.
So for me, like like you can always have an opinion.
Yeah.
Of course,
Like you
of course.
don't.
But you guys had a
They're-
great opinion.
My
about the
opinion
PFL
is-
pick.
my
Yeah,
opinion
like
is
the
no
PFL
opinion.
They're like.
I wouldn't mention about so I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's all
But-
good.
but yeah.
Like staying in the region, right? So now everybody's trying to go to the Middle East, right? You
Yeah.
have what is it? Abu Dhabi, Dubai, what is it? Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And then now you got Qatar.
Yes.
One championship
Yeah.
going to Qatar in March. I might go. I think I'm gonna be there. So
How long is it?
Fancy.
Like, how long would it take you to get from here to there?
It's close,
I have no
right?
idea.
Is it?
Yeah, because
I
I
have
was
no idea.
looking flights to Dubai, and it's like 6 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, in Dubai. It's not,
Yeah, and it's like
I
it's not
usually look at
expensive as
tickets
well.
when I go here. in
Yeah.
Dubai too. Yeah,
Nice.
But
it's like a cheap way.
on that card they're gonna have 4 titles, but the one title is the atom weight, but they're not atom weight, they're actually straw weight. But
Right.
it's the atom weight title fight. Stan Fairtex versus Denice Zamboanga. This is interesting because Stan Fair, Texas, Denice Zamboanga trained together for like 2 years,
Right.
right? And they became friends. But now they have to fight each other for the world title.
Where did
It's
she
just
where did she end
hard.
up going?
Who?
Zamboanga.
She went back to the Philippines. They're with some team in the Philippines.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you know, like people say there's literally one girl to a million guys in the sport, and eventually you'll end up together.
Yeah,
Like we
it is
literally
what it
train every
is.
day, and
Yeah.
we are like trainings remind like one day I might fight. You know, even when I do game to Muay Thai circle in Thailand, like Thailand Muay Thai circle, like for the girls is small, so it's like you're gonna fight each other. You're gonna fight each other. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Put your emotions aside.
All right, so
Right.
So with them, you know what I mean? Like I've interviewed both of them like multiple times. I actually was there when they were together training at Fairtex.
Oh.
This was like I don't know, maybe 4 years ago. This was before the pandemic. But yeah, they actually are still like friends. You know what I mean? They're friendly. It must be a trip though. You know what I mean? Like someone that you're friends with and that you trained with for a long time. That now you have to fight them to rip
It's
their
a
heads off
job.
for the title.
Yeah, it is what it
It's
is.
a
I
job.
don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah,
But to be
No,
honest
me
with you,
either.
I always think in this scenario, one person is weaker than the other.
100%.
that-
Yeah.
In
But,
that
like,
aspect.
Oh,
One
okay.
wants it more.
Yeah.
It's always like that. One wants
Yeah.
it more.
But
But
you always
it's
see
like
it. You always see it.
it's just like I think that being the case, it's easy to go there mentally.
Yeah.
Like, that
Yeah.
being the battle that is mentally
And
being
you
fought.
Yeah.
could be the less skilled person, but
Still
let's say your
win.
friend is
Yeah.
weaker heading into the fight
Yeah.
because they
Right.
have a soft spot for you
Yeah.
somewhere.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you see it sometimes when
But a champion
Real
is
fight.
being a champion,
Yeah,
no
champion.
matter what.
Yeah. There's no soft
So-
spots in there.
it's a job.
It's
It's a
fucking
it's a
cold.
job.
Yeah.
that's like when
We got nothing warm and fuzzy in here. No way.
when Usman and Burns fought, right? You didn't see that. You didn't see those guys. They were teammates for years and years and years, and
Yeah.
then
Right.
they had to fight each other for the UFC title, right? You didn't
Yeah.
see that in them. You saw straight up like both them wanted to win. Both them wanted to be the
Yeah.
champion.
But that's
It's a
like,
job.
I mean, they
It's a
both want to be
job.
champion.
Yeah.
I would
can
expect
see
that,
that
for
happening.
myself, and I would expect
Yeah.
that from the person that I would be up
Yeah.
against.
You know
Yeah.
what?
It's a
If I was a
respect.
fighter, I wouldn't want that.
No?
I would
That's why
expect
you're
it
not a
You're-
fighter.
no, no,
yeah, you're
I'm
too
not- no, no, no.
soft.
No, it's not about that. It's not about that. No. I would change something. I would want that for myself,
Okay.
but I would want my opponent to have it. I would want any advantage that I could have if I'm in a fight. Like,
you
I
have
would
to
want-
explain that.
If
How could
my
the
opponent is
opponent have?
injured heading into the fight,
Okay.
I would be happy.
Right.
You
Because-
would?
Yes. Because then it's easier for me to beat that ass.
Okay, you would all the I'm different. I would
Yeah.
like
I'm
the
gonna go
fight
do my
that gets
job.
me the
Yeah.
most excited
Yeah.
that I'm fighting on my own is like the ones that I know like they're gonna bring
Yeah,
it.
it's a challenge.
Like I
right?
love
Yes.
it. Like those I take them any day of the
Yeah.
week.
I've had
Versus
conversations.
like the one that you
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
smack over. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's about to beat up the mic. She's getting excited.
Like this.
No, yeah,
Talk
but
about
I,
that.
no, but the thing is,
I'm not.
I understand what you guys are saying about like you want the best version of your opponent to come at you and fight you. You want that for the battle, right?
Yeah.
But I've had a conversation with fighters, high level, top 15 UFC fighters. They told me what I just told you. That they want their opponent to be injured. They want because it's all about money at that point, and to get the title. You don't want to fight the best version because why? Their best version is probably not as good as your best version, or their best version is better than your best version. But not always the best fighter wins.
Maybe we're just so
There's
beginning
so many
in our
circumstances,
careers,
right?
and-
Yeah, but
I mean,
like,
Yeah.
like
We-
she said, like
yeah.
we can't talk for
Yeah.
Yeah,
people
because
that has like their weight.
yeah, they're getting
Yeah.
like
Right.
they're getting $250,000.
Yeah,
a fight.
But
Yeah.
we need fight for fun right now. Like, we fight because we love fighting. Like we
Yeah.
don't get paid.
Yeah.
Isn't
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on,
There's gotta be something. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
gotta be something.
if we're not getting paid. Then
Yeah.
I
we want
wonder.
to fight good.
I wonder
fights.
where that changes for a fighter.
I don't know.
You know?
Yeah, I think it comes like experience, and yeah, once you can start getting money and you're like build a house and have a car and like get a family for a guy, you get
Yeah,
a
like
kid,
you
you
have
know,
everything,
and
yeah.
moment at home, you know, so like, okay, let's like now I'm gonna pick and choose, you know,
Yeah.
because I have family home and
Yeah.
waiting as well. You know, Chon was out for 2 years. Like he just made money by being out, you know.
Yeah.
Like he's
yeah.
not a perfect example for what I said, but I mean like at one point you can allow yourself to make that. Like he was a champ too, but yeah.
Right. You can start getting
Yeah,
a little pickier with your
Yeah.
decision making on like what kind
and
of fights you
responsibilities
want.
come to mature
Yeah.
and like and you don't want
And-
like just every fight you
Yeah.
have, you know.
And you want the easiest path to the title.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want the hardest path. You don't want the Charles Oliveira path.
Yo, I don't.
Those are like
agree.
years
I
knocked
don't
off.
lie.
That depends on people, I think. That really
I
depends
think
on
it's
people.
more of
Yeah.
like where your like goals in life are, because
Yeah.
I think why I'm not agreeing on it is like I am not gonna lie that I'm obviously doing a lot of this for the possibility of making money.
Yes.
But I think what weighs more is that I chose this sport, which is so fucking hard and can put me in positions that are like extreme, and to not go there and not see myself actually handling those situations and actually like putting out something that can exceed my own expectations. I think that burns more for me than the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is what I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what I will say in 10
Yeah,
years.
that's what I'm
Right.
thinking.
But
We're
for
young
now,
fighters.
Yeah.
That is way more important to me
Yeah.
because I know that right now where I am in my life, I would do this. If I were to sleep on the street, I would do the same fucking thing that I do
but we
every
have so much
single
fire
day.
because we're like young fighters, like not like we're young and we're green and we're
Thank
like
you.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
but we're like we want that so bad, but like I think like at some point it might change, as like you said, in 10
Yeah.
years, and then
It's the evolution as a fighter.
Yeah.
And it's like
we mature.
I come from the picture perfect childhood. Like I have a mom and dad that loves me. I have a brother that loves me. And like I been like we have money. Like there's never been anything like it's been protected.
Yeah.
Like nothing like traumatic has happened in that way in my life. And that's why like for some people it's like
drama.
like for some people it's like the one question no, but like the one question my manager really doesn't understand, and I don't really understand myself. It's like, why the fuck do I want to fight? But I think the only really reason for me is that
It's
fact
to create
that
some imbalance.
no, but like I just want to like exceed my expectations. Like I don't really believe, some parts of me really don't believe that I can do this, and another side of me really believes that I can be the champ.
Yeah.
So it's like I think like that battle is so excited, and
That's interesting.
and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so I think it has a lot to do where you're coming from.
Mhm.
So obviously, if you come from a place where you feel like you haven't had any like luxury, or I don't know how to like phrase it in a good way, but it really
values.
depends on where you're
Yeah.
coming from, I think.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
And where you set your goals and
Yeah.
what you want to achieve with that career that you're having.
Yeah.
So yes, I want to make money, and I like obviously want to build my name, but that's more of like being able to pay the bills and all of these things that comes with
You have
living a life.
internal goals that you want to achieve for yourself, right?
but I think I can honestly say that if I'm fucking 40 years old and still want to fight, I could live on the street and not have one single dollar. But going for that, like, it's a special feeling. Like you just want to like exceed your expectations.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it all depends on like, the level of satisfaction,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Like how
feeling of
where are you going to
success.
be
Yeah.
satisfied?
Exactly.
Like, where until what point are you going to be satisfied?
Yeah.
And then there's
No
some
idea.
fighters like they're satisfied just making to the UFC,
Right.
Exactly.
and they're like, I'm cool here. Like, if
Yeah.
I stay here for a couple of years, I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
Yeah. And just like you said, if they have a family, right? If they have
Yeah.
responsibility,
Exactly.
they have people they want to
Yeah.
take care of, and they don't want to be, injured every few months, right? From like hard battles because they want to take care of their kids. It just
Mhm.
depends on.
It really
Yeah, and
on
it
the
depends on
changes
scenario
people
you're
too.
in.
You get a kid, it changes you. It's
Yeah.
fact. Even if you look at like even the gym example is like, let's say there's a people and there's coming couples, like he gets a girlfriend outside, he becomes soft. It's a fact, like people become soft, and it's like you see the
Stay
guys.
single.
Yeah. Yep. No, but yeah, and then like imagine you're UFC top 15, but you have a kid at home. You're like, no, soft to dinner, It's like, but I think it's like it cannot like it's some inevitable. How you say that? Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
I
in
get
English
the
word. Yeah, it's like
inevitable.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there's there's
But
so
I
many different
think-
circumstances.
Yeah.
surrounding
Story,
a
all
fight.
your stories are different.
Like a damaged childhood or something like that. That's not really. I don't think it's as common as
I
people
don't
think.
fucking believe it.
Yeah, I don't think.
I'm
it's that
sorry, but I
damaged, you know what
don't.
mean, like, to be honest, like in fighting, there's so many kids like that just grew up in martial arts.
Yeah.
And that's their life, and they
Yeah.
just became a fighter. They're not even like
Mm.
because there are martial artists, because there's like fighters that are fighters, like they're like fighters, and like they didn't come up from martial arts, they come up from fighting, like
Mm.
Right.
they're
Street
about that, like yeah, they're
fighters.
about
Yeah,
that,
hospital.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got
I
like
know a couple.
yeah, of course, there's a bunch of them, right?
Yeah.
And they're good too,
Yeah,
and then you got like
for sure.
Stephen Thompson, like a Wonder Boy, Stephen Thompson,
Right.
right? Where he's just like a martial artist, but he will kick your head off.
Yeah, but
I mean-
but do you think he brings on the story on the table? Like when John Jones talks about his past, everyone's like, oh, that is like when I see him talking, like interviews and stuff, I'm like, that's interesting,
Yeah.
because he has a story with him, and that's the character he is too. But I feel like sometimes like people who come like grow up like they're good, they're like picture perfect good. Like Habib was so good,
Yeah.
but like there was like something missing.
There's no substance to them,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And same like
there's
Rose,
no
like
deepness.
Namayuna's like what she came with the story too, and then people are like, oh, but you talk about Rose fighting, but then you're like, oh, do you know Rose's story? Like, wow, like this girl,
Right.
Francis Ngannou has the craziest.
He
Yes,
does. He's got the
exactly.
craziest fucking
And then
story
he's
ever.
like people's champ. He's a champ, and he's a people's champ too, because his story.
He's like I explained it with
Crazy.
like I don't know who I told, but I said like Francis Ngannou is what Batman should look like.
Yeah.
Like
For sure.
Yeah.
Like Batman should look like
Yes.
him with the fucking thing
Oh,
and everything.
man.
Just walk
I
out.
just
Oh
imagine
my
I just
God.
imagine him in like a really crappy like Batman costume. like a kid's
Like pajamas.
I'm Batman.
He's wearing
real
like-
convincing.
Gets that.
Yeah.
You got the little
And walking like this.
Velcro.
Yeah.
You got the Velcro cape. You know, it's small enough.
Exactly.
No, but yeah, there's some crazy stories out there. But yeah, so fighting. I don't know, like how. we
Yeah,
got
what
to
was the
fighting-
question?
Fighting friends.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
Sorry.
then
That's
we went into,
perfect.
like, no, we like really kind of like dug really deep into like the psychology of like fighting a friend, and then one friend.
Yeah,
is like
word.
this,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of cool, and we're gonna see it play out. But man, I've been super impressed by Stan Fairtex. I've seen her fight a few times live, and man, she's just getting better and better.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
only 26.
Yeah. She's pretty
She's
awesome.
been fighting for a while.
She's been
and-
fighting since she was, like,
and
4,
you really can
wasn't
see
she?
growth in her fights.
Yeah.
Like I love that. Like you can see she gets better. Like
Yeah.
sometimes
Those are
people.
the most exciting.
Yes,
fights,
exactly.
though.
But sometimes people like they get stuck, or like you don't
Yeah.
see the improvement. Maybe like
Right.
2-3 fights, you're like, oh, like she got this better. But Stamp is like being
Progressively.
Like,
yeah.
every
Like
yes,
each fight. Yeah.
yes, and
you
then
see
you're
more.
like I'm literally like I usually don't like believe in that, but like Stamp, I'm like always like, oh, I want to see now. Like,
Yeah,
where
you're
she
like
at now,
rooting for her now,
Yeah, you're
right?
like, oh my god, like I want to see where she's at now.
I
you know?
wouldn't bet against her. I wouldn't bet against Stan.
No.
Against whoever she's fighting now, I wouldn't bet against her. She
Yeah.
beat Ham, knocked her out.
Yeah, and this other girl, apparently her losses are to
Taham.
yeah.
But man, my math.
That's the MMA math that makes sense to me.
Math.
Yeah, but, like I think it was like when
Monster?
Sam lost to this Ukrainian girl, and then next time she came back, she lost by submission to the Ukrainian girl,
Yeah.
and then next time she came back, she submitted her like first round with the
Right.
submission. The girl had like I think the girl was like I'm the armbar whatever like armbar how you say it?
Queen?
Yeah, armbar queen, and then
Armbar.
yeah, and I think
All the girls call themselves
Yeah.
queen. I'm so tired of all these
If I'm
feelings
not wrong-
everywhere.
Whatever princess.
Yeah, armbar princess. Some of that. Okay. And then she got her with an armbar. Is that what
Yeah,
happened?
I think so.
That's
Yeah. So like
crazy.
you can see, you know, the improvement, and like
Yeah.
I think the last fight still like after Angela Lee, she came back and then she beat the other girl. It's like is
She
constant
almost beat
improvement.
Angela Lee too.
Yes.
Like
Insane.
Angela Lee was hurt bad,
Yes.
and I was cheering for
Yes.
Stamp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Stamp is just she's like being around her, like interviewing her and stuff. She's really like what she is on TV. You know, she's kind
That's
of like in a good
cool.
mood all the
Yeah.
time. She's she's chilled out, always
Yeah.
down for the cameras, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess she's like I have one friend that trains her, like she's her jiu-jitsu coach, and she told me that she's like super easy to teach, you know, like everything you say to her she does. Like
Yeah.
she just like takes things like you mention something, okay, she puts it on the ground and she makes it.
Mhm.
Like it's like she just absorbs information. Yeah, that's what the coaches have told about her.
Yeah, she's
like
it's gonna be
super
interesting.
coachable.
I see Stamp winning this fight. I think
Yeah.
she beats Denice.
I think she
yeah,
will
I
be
think she
the
dominates
one of
this
the
fight.
greatest, you know, for the one at least.
I think
Yeah.
she'd probably become, I think she's passes Angela Lee.
Yeah.
I think she passes Angela Lee.
Yeah,
I think
I
the
agree.
legacy wise,
And Angela
Yeah.
Lee's never gonna come back unless she talks to you. And you can
Everyone should
convince her to come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you know about the whole story about her sister and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad.
It is sad.
I was in Singapore when she retired in the cage.
oh,
Oh.
that was
Oh,
like
it was sad. You know why it was so sad? Is because her husband was holding their baby K-side, but you can't hear it when you're watching it on TV. But if you're there, you could hear it. Holding the baby is screaming for her mom while
Oh
she's retired,
my
like holding the belt on. her
Right.
baby. And I'm
Right.
just like, what?
oh,
Oh.
Like, this is so sad.
goosebumps.
Yeah.
Because it's due to like what happened to the sisters.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just like, man. And then she revealed that she tried to kill herself too. That's so
Yeah.
sad too, man. Man, I got a daughter, and I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah.
You guys
Tough
have like
one.
that thing that you guys talked about earlier today about like
Spaghetti.
guys have like different rooms and
Spaghetti.
spaghetti. It's just like, oh, why?
Yeah.
But anyways, let's move on to the last. Is it last topic or? Yeah, last topic. Let's move on to the last topic.
What do we got?
We had some good conversations today. You guys are a little bit more. You guys are a little bit more intellectual than some of the previous guests.
Yeah, with
Let's
the
not
guy.
Yeah.
Say that
Interesting.
one more time,
Yeah.
please.
All right,
Big
so
surprise.
so we're gonna talk about the UFC contracts from like they right now there's a huge
Right.
court case going on, right, for like what is it, class action lawsuit on the UFC,
Yeah.
and all these things are gonna be like they're being released slowly,
Yeah.
and now it's like the old contracts are being released so people can read through them and see like compare them to other contracts. Eventually like emails will be
It
released,
was a dangerous
Text-
fucking game, though.
text
Yeah.
messages will be released.
Yeah.
They're releasing email. They're gonna release some stuff that
Yikes.
like will expose like managers.
gonna
It's
be-
crazy we
Right.
talked about like UFC has been stagnant. Like this will start like
Yeah.
Yeah.
doing something.
So
Either
start
they
some
have to
shit
stop
up.
fucking under,
Yeah.
or they have to start rolling the fucking
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're
because-
gonna give money. They're
Yeah.
gonna give.
Definitely.
They're gonna deal out. They're gonna be like, okay.
Yeah,
we'll
but
give
I
you-
mean
Yeah.
like that
But they
might
don't have
do
a choice. Like
something,
it's written in the stars. Like
Yeah.
if there's one thing that they should not like feel as a surprise, it's this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because this is like
Yeah. They knew it was fucking
for
coming,
sure
right?
something that they should have done long time ago.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to get your guys. I want to get your
We're not
guys' thoughts.
engaged in it.
No, let's talk about the contracts, right?
Okay,
So
okay.
these are contracts from I don't know what year this was. 2014, right? Holly
Okay.
Holmes signs her first UFC contract. So let's
10
tell you what
years
happened.
ago. That
10
was
years
10
ago,
years
right?
ago.
So her contract was 25,000 to show, 25 to win, right? And then every 2 wins, she gets increased $5,000 every 2 wins.
Why 2?
I don't know. Wouldn't it be every 2 fights? Why would it be wins? That's
Yeah.
which
And
is
you fight
interesting.
twice a year.
Yeah, you might not even fight once a
Yeah.
year, which is
Strange.
like it's strange, right? And then what is it? Locker room bonuses. There's something about locker room bonuses, about like $11,000 that could be paid out to her. And then it says Holmes would also get the UFC standard pay-per-view cut if she won the title and came into title defense. $1 for each pay-per-view buy. So 200,000 to 400,000 buy, she would get $1. Anything between 400,000 to 600,000, $2, and anything past 600,000, $2.50. That's a lot of money. Think about it. If you sold 600,000 pay-per-views, $2.50 per $2.50 times 600,000. How much is that?
I don't know. Do it.
Come on, math.
You're the
It's
agent.
Like I'm way out.
What do you think? I'm Ray Ban or something?
I mean,
It's
spaghetti.
one
with
point-
it.
It's like 1.8 million, no?
Huh?
1.8 million?
1.8. Hey, just from the pay-per-view, you get
It's
that
a
much
lot of money.
It's a lot of money. It's a good decent amount of money, right?
Crazy.
All right, so now Dana White always hated Holly Holmes' manager. And
Right.
people never
This
knew
is
why.
why.
This is no, really, legit.
Yeah.
This is why.
Yeah.
But in the contract, like the contract they signed, there was like all these perks for the manager as well, which is weird,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you gotta make the money.
Right.
No, but it's not even making money. It's
Yeah,
like all these
It's just like
you guys
Yeah.
read it, right?
Yeah.
So like
Looking
He-
out for himself.
he gets the extra room, right? 2 hotel rooms, 2 economy tickets for fighters.
Like whole
and
family is
commentators.
coming.
And he's got 2 rooms, and he says, okay, so you got like she has slightly more free tickets, getting 6 instead of typical 4 for seats
Yeah.
for your family,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then it says it has to be within 10 rows of the octagon. Like,
Right.
that's in the contract, right?
Right.
You see, it shows you like what contracts need to look like.
Yeah.
You need to be very detailed about what you want,
Right.
And what is it? Apart from those, her manager also receives 2 additional free tickets, 4 rows from the octagon. So he's even
Wow.
closer.
Okay.
And him and
Shit.
his wife
It
can
was
have a date.
Special treat.
Yeah, but it always, I don't know, as far as long as I've been in like MMA world, like people always say like the people who are already like up there, like just pick your manager. Like it all comes down to manager, what kind of money you're gonna make, you know? Like
Yeah, but this is
gotta
like
be-
more.
But his manager,
Yeah.
her manager,
This is not.
it's like an old school manager. Like it was like some like he's not even a fighter manager,
Okay.
which is weird, right?
Yeah.
But but
But
that's
why?
what,
Like for me, like why is it that big of a deal?
what the manager?
Yeah, the manager.
Because it's like the contract.
Like I
is
do
supposed to be-
understand that like the contract should just be for the athlete,
Yeah.
but we don't know like the relationship that they have and like the talk that they have on the
Of course.
when
of
they
course.
sit down and
Of
like.
course. of
So
course.
maybe Holly's like all
Of course.
for it.
No,
Yeah.
that guaranteed you she was all for it. Because
Yeah.
if she wasn't, why would she even?
Sign it.
Why would she even? Yeah,
Oh, you
why would
know
she even
her-
sign it?
yeah.
And why would she let her manager even go to the UFC and try to deal this stuff?
Yeah.
When
Right.
it's not even for her, right? It's
Right.
for her manager. So she must have been on board with it, right?
Yeah.
But that's why Dana White hated her manager, because he wanted all these extra perks or whatnot. But if you could get it in the contract, get it.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean, the
surprised that they were
same.
able to get it, to be
Yeah.
honest.
But
So,
if
like,
you can get
it
it,
was
get
worth
it.
it.
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
like
But her making 25,000 and 25,000 is ridiculous. That's like stupid, right?
In
Like
what
she
way?
got paid way more than that.
but I'm
She-
good,
She
Like-
got
like
paid 50,000 when she beat Ronda Rousey.
She ended up
Oh my God.
making
But-
like $1 million.
She did. But I'm
from
just
that fight.
saying. she
But that's
should've
not
been-
news. Like the way that you make money is not by the actual bout
Yeah.
agreement.
Yeah.
No, but now the bout agreements are like, they're pretty hefty. Like just the
Not-
bout agreements, you're
Not
making
in the
millions.
first contract, like the standard
Yeah,
first
first
contract
contract-
is like I think it's
Yeah.
10-10.
10-10,
Yeah, it's
yeah. I've
No, I'm
heard
talking
that
about
too.
championship. I'm talking about title fight.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the
So
the
yeah.
entry level contracts are like what is it?
10
12 and
10.
12.
No, it's
Yeah.
1-1. Like it's no 10-10.
10-10, yeah.
10.
Is it 10-10?
Yeah.
1-1.
No. Yo.
much.
Hey, think about that though.
Language bridge.
10-10 is like stupid. Like what?
Yeah, just
But
actually,
that's like the standard, like
Yeah.
first agreement.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's why UFC pushes everybody to the Contender Series.
Yeah.
Is because in the Contender Series, that's what the contracts are.
Right.
You win, and in the Contender Series, you get paid $5,000 to fight, right? But then if you win the UFC contract, then you get the UFC contract, which is either anywhere between 10 and 10 or 15 and 15.
Right.
If you have probably like a decent manager, you could probably get 15 and 15, right? Or you got a good record or whatnot,
Yeah.
right? But like that's the
A little bit of
contract you
hype.
start with. Yeah, a little hype. And it's stupid to me. Like, I don't like the Contender Series. I think the Contender Series is stupid because
Yeah,
like you're like
same.
lowballing all these young fighters.
Same.
Right.
Like you got these fighters that are
Same.
6-0, and you just want to grind them through and
Yeah.
just run them
Yeah.
through the UFC
Yeah.
train,
Yeah.
and then pump them back out, and
Pretty
then
much.
just whoever survives, and they become the stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like fair for certain fighters because certain fighters haven't developed yet.
Agree.
They go in there too early because they're like getting hyped and shit,
Yeah.
and then they just never get their
Yeah.
chance at their best in the UFC.
It's
It's
true.
happening all the time now.
Yeah.
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 I think it's like definitely like the mental part of that is just really big.
Imagine
Yeah.
you have 5 days.
Yeah.
They called you 5 days UFC debut.
Dude, I'd be shitting my pants.
Exactly.
No, but like,
Is that it?
You're like, what?
but
Damn it.
Just instant.
Yeah. I literally
Yeah.
like you do it.
Here.
Like, I literally shit my bed.
Yeah. Then be like, okay, about that. Hang up.
Yeah.
We're not gonna
Clean
give
up.
you that
Hey,
anymore.
clean up on aisle 6.
Yeah.
I was at the grocery store. No, but
But everyone wants their fame in the UFC, right? And they're willing to get
Yes.
put through bullshit to get
Yeah,
there.
Dude,
that's
it's a
kind of
dirty game right now.
but that's a sad
kinda-
story in so many like
so many fighters right now.
Yeah.
no, but like so
Regret.
many areas like that.
But that's why I think you
it's the
kind of have
repetition
to.
of everything.
You have
Yeah.
to build like you have to be smart about how you build your career
Yeah.
too. You know, because if let's say you're like people know you and people are excited to see you, even if you fight like promotion nobody knows had, but like people are hyped for you, and
Yeah.
then the people who are in UFC up there, they're like, oh, like these people like have bring eyes, like they bring eyes, so they're
Yeah.
interested in getting you there, and that's why
Yeah.
I think we live in a time like social media and everything, like we have so many opportunities to sell
Yeah.
ourselves, like so many
Yeah.
opportunities, and like we have to take advantage of that. And then it's like I think it's like it's
I'm definitely
it's a
more for
game.
that
Yeah.
part,
Yeah.
like actually building your own
yeah
like
legacy.
reputation,
Yes,
reputation,
yes,
Yeah.
repetition,
Wait, is it reputation?
Reputation.
Yeah, sorry. I'm the English person. I should know.
Thank God, yeah.
I'm Canadian.
Or it's like
Canadian.
No, but I think it's like it's true to that.
Yeah, I
But
really
it's
believe
also
that.
like there's again we're so different. Like as fighters, we're so different. Some like they just want to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't want that hype. They don't want
Yeah,
that.
but if you think about like
and getting
Yeah.
and getting to through a contender series will probably be easier than for that
That's
person
true.
to like
Yeah.
make their way through
yeah,
social
but I think
media.
UFC shouldn't be the place then for them, because
No,
like,
yeah,
UFC
exactly.
That, I have my own opinion
Yeah,
on that.
yeah, but-
yeah.
But
yeah.
like there are
Yeah, there
people
are
that
other
just
people. Yeah, I
wanna,
agree
like-
with you. But I think UFC is all about like it's
The
the,
hype,
media, it's the
character.
hype. Yeah,
It's
it's
the
like
hype.
yeah, it's what
But
sells.
with
Yeah.
that,
What sells.
with that, I think it's amazing how many that does not take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
They have so many fighters that are just like, who?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like it's
No, they fight, and
Like
you didn't even know that they fought in the UFC. And
No,
then
but
they fight.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
like you seriously, like I know for sure. Like when I'm in the UFC, like I'm not gonna be like quiet about it.
Yeah, same.
Like
Same.
you will know that
Yes.
I'm in the UFC.
Yes.
Like there's
You'll make
no
a
doubt about
noise.
it.
She'd be
That's
like,
what
the
the
fight
girl-
kid on time.
It's like
She'd be the fight kid on time.
right?
In 5 days, I'm fucking ready.
You know, now you know, I'd sell that. I could be like, I'm the girl that shit her pants, you know?
Shit in the beginning.
Yeah, but it's so important.
fucking everything.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm
but
relatable.
just make a
Everyone's
story
shit
and
a
you're
little
good.
bit.
Yeah,
Make a
exactly. Like
fucking-
you
Yeah.
have to sell something. Like
Yeah.
you cannot just be like, oh, I'm a good fighter, and
Oh,
like,
you
oh,
can,
no,
you
it's-
can.
okay,
Definitely
you
you
did
can.
it.
But you're not. But
Yeah.
but that's the thing. Like they're different. Like I said. Like first of all, I want to fight, but I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
make a career.
You know
out
how
of
to
it.
Yeah.
sell yourself, right?
Yeah,
you
but the
need
thing
to
is,
sell
Like,
your. Yeah.
Like,
You know
I'm
what,
not
though?
like-
it's
There's-
crazy. Yeah.
I'm not going on OnlyFans. I'm
There's
telling
a
you right
lot.
now.
There's a lot of fighters. I'm
Never
going
say
on
never.
OnlyFans.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
so
You could
tired
do-
of that
you-
shit.
it
I'm
doesn't
so
have to be
tired of
naked stuff. It
fighters
could
selling
be-
their fucking bodies and like. Can we
No,
have like?
it's not only about selling.
Yeah, it's you can talk to someone on the phone.
yeah, you can feel.
Like,
No. Like, listen to this. I have a friend, and she has an OnlyFans, and she like does like Muay Thai stuff, and she literally.
What's her name?
Nah, I'm not gonna. But in the OnlyFans, she will post video of like she has like, let's say she has like, she doesn't post any naked pictures, nothing, but she has guys messaging her in OnlyFans like sending a video of them on the hitting back and then asking her opinion.
Oh,
She will like send a video back like what's like her talking what she thinks about it, but she puts like the guy has to pay $50 to open it,
Yeah.
and then
I'm
that's how
not-
she makes
I'm
living.
not saying that
Yeah.
that is like not
That's
a
legit.
part of like obviously like I know that OnlyFans is like how they promote themselves on their
Yeah.
page is not as like
yeah.
just, you have to throw your clothes off.
Yeah.
That's not how they promote themselves.
But
Originally.
OnlyFans
But-
has that.
It is
Like
that.
it like there's no way like you cannot like there's so many girls.
Yeah.
Like I'm just so fed up with it. Like try to just be like the best fucking fighter you can be. I think if you put like I do understand that people want money, but I just want more of the girls that are fighting to be better fighters. Like
And also
just
just to
be
be like more
a lot of
badass.
You think it's just like
Being
they're
more
just giving
cool.
up in a way? They're just
Yeah,
kinda
I think
giving
so.
up?
Yeah,
That's what
like-
we talked about. You know, that like getting comfortable up there. Like the guys will have families and stuff with talk. I think the
Yeah.
girls get comfortable too, and they're like, okay, my name is out there. Like I'm a UFC fighter. Of course,
Yeah.
it's gonna sell. Like
For sure.
yes.
And all I
like,
have to do is take off
if
my
you look,
clothes.
if you look like girls' followings and the guys' followings in UFC, is like even the girl cannot fight. She has a lot
Yeah.
of
Oh,
followers. I
yeah.
think
Even
like
if she's fucking 0 and 2, as long as
Yes.
she's showing
but
her
that's
tits.
because the big screen
She's
is
gonna
on
get
her ass.
popular.
Like,
Which one
I
of those?
just, like,
yeah, but it's just inventable as well. You know, like
I think my point is like I want more of Amanda
Yeah.
Nunes.
I understand.
Yeah, you
Then
want more
I want-
badass girls doing badass shit.
Yeah,
right?
That's what
Yeah.
I want more
nah,
because I
exactly.
know that we girls can.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I know we can
But that's
put on
like the
great
world
shows.
is changing in a way. You know, like I feel like it's like it goes like it starts to go like a lot to the entertainment side, and I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
because right now we're like I can relate to, but it's also like
like I just want more because I know that we girls can put on way
Yes.
better shows than we
yeah,
are.
but
right
some
now.
some of the girls who get there, that's the thing. They get like we said, they get comfortable
Yeah.
and they're like, I can make money easier and like so much easier money, like a lot more money in so much easier ways.
Yeah.
What was the fighter like the girl who fought like a few weeks ago and she said she made like how much it made like 20K in UFC and for the fight, like, and then she made 30,000 with a day at
Yeah,
OnlyFans after
yeah,
the fight. You
yeah.
know, it's like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, you understand.
You don't know?
it. I have a hard time understanding it, but I just like it's just a wish. Like I
Yeah.
just wish
Yeah.
that more would put all of their energy
But
in
they're
like
so,
making the sport.
It's
Yeah.
not even just
making
like fighting.
Yeah,
girls
for sure.
famous.
Of course.
Like, you see those clips of like
gives a
those
shit about your ass.
podcasts, and all the girls on the podcast are all OnlyFans girls.
Yeah.
But they're all like, there's so many of them. Like, there's never like the same one every time. There's always different ones that come in and do interviews, right?
Yeah, but it's crazy. There's so many girls.
they're
But
all
it's like,
like,
so
yeah.
pretty girls. That's
Yeah.
I think the saddest part. Like, it's like there's so many like so pretty girls out there, like so pretty, and they do that. It's like it's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
And for them, it's like
They're damaged.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They
But
are.
it's
They're damaged in
sad.
some way, guaranteed. Like,
It's just sad.
they have low
Like,
self-esteem.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just what it is.
I just
Mhm.
think that like going to that extent is like you can say whatever you want, making money and all of this and that, but there is some part of you that is being touched by it.
Yeah, I
And
think
Yeah,
you
you
lose.
can.
I hate to
Oh,
be that
you
exposed,
eventually
you know?
regret it. If
You
something's
will.
gonna
Yeah.
come
I
back, yeah.
believe that.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Like
Yeah, I
that,
think-
that is what I believe it, and I for sure again I will say till the day that I will not. Be
Yeah,
on
but sometimes,
OnlyFans.
you know, for example, I look at the woman and sometimes I'm like, okay, she's a woman with big W, you know, but the woman with OnlyFans is like, it's a small W, you know, it's not like you look like, wow, she's a woman. Like, I don't know, I feel like that, like it downgrades.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Downgrades.
Like
And there's
it
no, like-
puts you in a it puts you in a place where
you're not like quality and
less
like high
respected.
value.
You're
Yeah.
less respected.
Yeah.
Like if you look at like
you'll
the,
never reach the high value woman level like status.
And there's
No.
there's no privacy, right? You
No,
have to be
right,
you have to be a
no.
little bit private, right? There has to be
I'm
some
not.
part of your life that like people haven't seen,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
no, I think yeah. I just put out the wish that I
Well,
really
you-
hope that girls are focusing more on being amazing fighters.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that people on
But I
OnlyFans
think-
are not doing that too, but I think like if you put
But I think that's
all your
actually
effort.
two-sided because
Yeah.
the promotion has to make you want to
Oh,
be that
definitely.
fighter, and it also want to bring
back
that
to
out.
the contracts.
Yes,
like,
exactly, exactly.
100%.
Yeah, like this has to be like something that makes the woman want to
Them wanna
fight.
do
If,
that,
if,
yeah.
if I can make like the girl made like 30K with one day at OnlyFans and like
Yeah.
she
Yeah,
made,
they're
like
they're
yeah, I think
promoting
as-
that. They're
as
promoting
athletes
being
like the bout agreement are if I'm not mistaken, it's still 50-50 when it comes to girls, and it's one
show
of
and win you're talking about.
no, like the bout agreements, like the money actually being paid for the athlete that are going into the fights in the
yeah, the
UFC
guys got
is
paid
very
so much
even
more.
compared to a lot of the other sports.
Oh, it's lopsided
But-
compared to other sports.
What do you
Like
mean?
other sports, they get the players get more, the
Yeah.
athletes get more.
Yeah,
Wait,
Way
no,
more.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about how much money. I'm
Mm.
talking about the money actually being given for every fight. Like it's more even when it comes to girls compared to boys.
Oh,
when,
that's
for
right.
example, football,
that's right.
and you're at the same level,
Yeah.
but
Right.
the girls are like, I don't know, you can't
Pennies.
even see that.
No,
Like,
Yeah.
that in that way, that I think is an amazing thing.
yeah.
But there is not amazing when it comes to the amount being
Right.
paid out.
Yeah.
Right.
That is a way different ball game. Like
Yeah.
that is
If you look at the
it's an
payout,
insult.
like let's say like
For-
yeah, it's an
like
insult.
next year I've
Yeah.
been a martial artist for 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
Like I have this amazing story that was told like by this painter that a fan came over and asked if he could paint something on like a napkin, and he did, and he asked for $20,000 afterwards, and he was like, "What the fuck? I'm not gonna pay $20,000 for drawing on a napkin." Of the
Yeah.
but I've used my whole fucking life to draw this in 30
Right.
seconds,
Right.
right? And I think it's like it's an insult when you use your whole life getting to that point
Yeah.
where just by getting into the UFC,
Yeah, to
and,
be
like,
honest,
it's just
like-
the money's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So you
not-
have to like
Yeah.
as of right now,
Yeah.
and you can say that
yeah.
there.
That's why we have to sell ourselves.
Yeah,
And
like,
that's it's crazy, but like I don't mean sell ourselves like and the OnlyFans or something,
No,
but
but, like,
even on
create-
Instagram, even media,
Yeah.
so, like
Social
yeah,
media.
social media.
you have
because
to build your
It's-
name
yeah, when I look
in
at
way
yeah.
bigger forms than
Yeah.
any other.
yeah, in
place.
2
Yeah.
years when I was like actually considering transitioning to MMA, I was just looking like just from an interest, I was looking the payouts, and I'm like
Yeah.
looking what like women gets paid and what men
Mhm.
get paid, and I was just like, that's ridiculous.
Right.
It's just like it's kind of like it's sad.
No, but
Yeah.
like the real fucking money right now is outside of the
It
bout
is.
agreement.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been
But
ever
that's
since.
when we. But it's the bigger, the more you sell yourself, the bigger it is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. No, like 100%. Like
Yeah.
once you get up to that level and you are a name,
Yeah.
then yeah, the bout get bigger. But at the end of the day, it's not big.
Yeah. I mean, it might get big, hopefully, you know,
Yeah,
if
I
you
mean,
sell
you can
yourself
only
in the right
wish.
way.
Yeah.
But
would
yeah,
get big.
it-
Anyway, so we got another contract as well. This
Yeah.
one is Uriah Faber's contract, and it was he had a Conor McGregor clause on his contract, right?
Crazy.
So basically, if he fights Conor McGregor in a non-title bout, his purse will be 250,000. If he wins, 150,000. If it's a main or co-main event, he gets a bump up to 400,000 with a 100,000 win bonus. If it's for the title, for the featherweight or lightweight title, he gets $750,000 with no win bonus. So like, man, he had every scenario covered.
Yeah.
Like he said, even like featherweight or lightweight title fight. You know what I mean? Like, but the thing is, he also got pay-per-view points as well.
Yeah.
Which that is massive, right? If he's getting paid $750,000 on top with pay-per-view points, like one fight literally changes your life.
Yeah.
Even if you lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
But I think fighters deserve that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
they
Well,
deserve
100%.
especially that level.
If
I
you're
think
fighting for the title, like to me, like at any level, if you're fighting for the title, I think you should be getting paid 10 million at least per fight.
Yeah, even I think the co-main events, even if it's not for the title, but it's a high-level fight, you fight a tough opponent. I think fighters deserve the all of that. We deserve, and if
you're in the
the
top
work we
5,
put into
They
the
fucked
fight,
everybody when they got rid of sponsors. Like,
I know.
Yes.
And banners and like
I do like in a marketing way. It looks
sporty,
Oh, it looks so professional.
Yeah, it looks professional.
Like,
But
but I think there's ways
outfits
to make it work better.
Yeah, but they don't want to work. They don't want to do
Yeah,
that.
they don't
because
care.
they want monopole.
They
Like,
want their cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Like there's no doubt about it. Like it's written
Just
all
greedy
over.
fucks.
Do whatever you want. If you're working for the UFC or not. Like
but they're in a position where they can ask that.
Yeah.
And
Francis,
that's where that's your job. Your job is to
Oh,
put yourself in the position where you have enough power that where
do
you can
something
ask
about
for the big money.
Right.
Where you could do something about it, like you said, like a Francis, like what he's
yeah,
doing,
Francis,
right?
yeah,
He left,
exactly.
and now
I
he's
just wanted
like
to say.
fighting the best boxers in the world.
Yeah, he did some great work.
Fight, you know, from
Like,
50 to
his
20.
That's
His
insane,
life
eh?
is literally a movie.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
100%.
But I mean, he did get there by way of the UFC, right?
Yeah, but
Of
there's
course.
no
Yeah.
doubt about the media coverage that comes with if you're an athlete that the UFC sees potential in,
You're
good
good.
for fucking life.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Like
a
if there's
fact.
other media,
Yeah.
like whatever they got behind you,
Yeah.
yo,
Yeah. You're
like
Yeah,
you know what, you
that's
can
a
be the
fact.
worst fucking fighter in the world.
Yes,
Yeah.
but the
Get that
media team
paycheck.
loves you. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good.
100%.
You're
But
good.
that is also 1%. Like there is not a lot they go behind.
But
Yeah.
those people. We all
try
know
to
their
make them-
names. We all know
Yeah.
their names, and that's it. Like, and that's when you talk with UFC. You're like, oh yeah, him.
Yeah.
But like the prelims, all of that, like
Yes.
those other like Saudi
So
Arabia
many
guys,
other fighters. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. I have no idea who you are. And some of these people, some of these like smaller fighters as well, might also be trying to sell themselves, and they might be characters. I'm sure they're entertaining people at that level, but it's just basically who they decide to choose.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
Right?
that's it.
For sure.
You could be the funniest fucking guy ever and a good fighter, but if they just decide, no,
No,
we're gonna
it's
pick
not
this
for
guy
it.
instead
That's
out of
the
the other
same goes to
hundreds.
one championship is the same
Yeah.
thing. They
Yeah.
do the same thing. They make like they have like certain people they want to make stars out, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's how
It's
they
all a
work.
business,
That's
right?
It's all
That's-
business.
But that's the
what they
business
do.
in like all over the world. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
of course,
whatever
of
we
course,
point
of
at,
course.
Yeah.
that is the business.
Yeah.
And I'm not like
Yeah.
There's
I don't
favoritism.
think you
There's
can ever
everything.
take that away because that is actually
Yeah, that's
what
what it
makes
is.
the paychecks.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it is.
And that's what makes why we want to
like people, like people want to watch hyped up people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no doubt about it. They don't
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
be like
And,
great
like,
on fighters either.
Yeah, how many like I think like some like probably like 60%, 70% don't even know about fighting, you know. Who
Oh, yeah,
actually
no.
fights, you know, it's like
They
Yeah.
just want to drink beer and like
yes, and like
scream
screaming
at
you
the cage and be like,
do push-ups will lose, you know?
Yeah.
It's like
What about those fighters that it just seems like everything just falls into their lap? You know what I mean? It's not even like they're
Does it,
shit
though?
talkers.
Does it though?
It does. Like, you know, like some
examples.
like
Yeah.
let me give
yeah.
let me give an example.
Pictures.
Let me give an example.
slideshow.
Yeah, we need the
Like, you see
slideshow.
you see my cross right there?
Cross.
Oh
Look
my
at the
God.
cross. You
What
see the
cross?
cross?
Yeah, in
Like
the end of there.
Don't say it. Don't say anything. You see
Okay.
it? You see it? Don't say anything. Do you see it though?
I sure
That
do.
protects me from the ghosts. We were talking about earlier.
Okay, the ghost that you don't believe in.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
But
I'm
that
not to your cross.
We'll tell you later.
My-
But what were you saying?
What?
What were you saying? What were you talking about?
The way I feel about the contracts is I think it should be dependent on, you know, your success, right? It shouldn't be any specific individual. Like, I don't really know how I feel about these individual contracts, right? I think it should all be dependent on whether or not you're successful or not. It shouldn't have anything to do with any sort of name or anything.
So it should be
Yeah.
like, if you win, you win. You
yeah,
make more
you get
money.
this.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we live
pretty
in a
much
world
basic.
that's
Like, why can't it
like-
just
That
be
would
that
be
basic?
I think that would
Ideal
be like
world.
the ideal
Yeah.
Yeah.
world.
Yes.
That's
If
more.
the bout agreement were like the same for
But this is
absolutely
sports.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it never will happen. This
Right.
will
No,
never
see,
happen.
that would never
An
happen.
ideal world.
But
Yeah,
ideal, the bout will be the same, and whatever you do with your name
Yeah.
is whatever you do with your
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's like
Exactly.
You know,
But-
there's certain fighters that in the history of, like, let's just say the UFC, that everything kind of like fell into place for them. You know, what I mean, they weren't really like a shit
Yes,
talker. Their style wasn't like the most exciting,
Yeah.
but they won fights and they won the fights that they needed to win, right? And they became a champion.
mm,
And everything else around them, it just happened to them.
Okay, but
You know who it is?
Whaley?
We just met him.
really.
We just met him.
GSP.
Yeah, GSP.
GSP,
It's just
everything
like,
fell in.
it's
Into
just
GSP
like
yeah.
is
perfectly like
good.
Canada. Just
No, but
like,
GSP is
like
good.
at that time,
He's
it was
a
like
legend.
pay-per-view. But the thing is, like, he wasn't like the most exciting fighter to watch.
No.
You go watch his fights, like his title
Yeah.
fights. They were like technically, yeah, but like as a fan
Yeah.
of just watching fighting, most fans probably didn't really like watching it that much. But the support
Yeah.
of
It's
a
mad.
country, right? And then like GSP and like what he represented, just him
Yeah.
being him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
drew people in, right?
For sure.
People
Yeah, but that's
love
sports.
him.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
wasn't like it wasn't about like
Yeah.
you know him talking crazy about other people or like
Yeah, nah. I think
slapping
Habib has the
somebody.
kind of same, I don't know.
yeah, but
falls
he has
in the
a whole
same-
like religion behind
Yeah,
him too
that's
as well.
true.
That's a different. That's
Yeah, that's
that
true.
Islam is like #1 religion in the world. I think
Yeah.
more people in the world are Islamic than any
Mm.
other religion, right? That's like
Mhm.
huge, right? And
Yeah.
they stick together too, which
Yeah.
is great to see. Like, you know, you don't see really like someone that's Christian be like,
No.
oh, I'm a Christian. Everybody's a
Yeah.
Christian, it seems like, but nobody's like supporting them because they're Christian.
Right.
Think about it, none,
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
right? Which is kind of weird, right? But then you see, like I'll run into like
But then the religion is built on different
morals,
morals and
different,
values, you
yeah.
can say. So
Because
it's
I'll
like
run into like
what you
Muslims
focus on.
in like Korea, and they'll know who Habib is.
Mm.
And I was like, well, how do you know Habib? And it's like, oh, of course we know who he is.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
He's
a
a
super
brother.
close community. They all
Yeah.
brothers.
He's
For-
a brother.
Mostly,
When
yeah.
Habib
Yeah.
came to Korea, right, to quarter his one of his fighters or like
Yeah.
his cousin or something, right, was fighting in Korea. Like the restaurant that I go to eat, like you know, like that region of
Yeah.
that country, like
Okay.
like Habib goes there to eat. Like
Right.
they welcome Habib in, like that's their brother. There's
Yeah,
that
but yeah, it's,
Okay.
and they're super close.
Yeah,
you
it's
can
like
see it in the
they
gym
welcome
here
it.
too.
you
Yeah.
welcome each other easily.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they're all
different.
brothers. Yeah, once they never
Yeah.
met, but they're brothers. You know,
Yeah.
it's
They're
like
brother.
yeah,
Like even if you're not, they're like brother,
Brother,
Yeah.
why you no train?
brother.
yes.
But
brother.
it's written in words. in
Brother,
that
train
religion
harder.
I
to
tell you,
be brother and sister. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like that's what they're.
I like that.
That's what
Yeah,
they're.
me too.
Definitely.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's not like
Yeah.
There's
I have no
Yeah.
bad things to say
Yeah,
about
it's like
that.
community
either.
that you
Yeah.
want to be part of. You know,
we live in the Muslim
Yeah.
community,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
that's why the gym is like the gym. You can see that too.
Yeah.
The brothers.
For sure.
The brother.
You can definitely see the
Brotherhood.
brotherhood.
Brother.
It's
No, brother. No, brother.
what's happening in that situation?
No, because they're like, because those guys are
In the back there.
those guys are like very like straight edge. If
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
Those guys like the guys that come to the gym from like from the Muslim guys that come to the gym to train
Yeah.
in any gym, right? They're like a lot of them are really like straight edge. They don't like drink. They don't do nothing. All they
They
do
don't
is
spar
train,
women.
eat, sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Train, eat, sleep. Don't spar
They
women.
got all the
Train, eat,
rules.
sleep. Right? That's what they do. That's their whole life.
Right.
Do you think that gives them an advantage though? Like they don't drink. They don't do nothing.
100%.
Yeah,
You know
absolutely.
who told me
And
that?
the,
You know who
and
told me
the
that for the
faith
first
makes
time?
you strong.
Yeah.
Like faith
It
the
does.
tribes
It
are true, you know.
does.
I have
Like-
another, like, if you want to, like, have you read the David Goggins, the
Can't Hurt Me?
Not Can't Hurt Me, but Never Finished?
Hurt me again.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
David
that's a little fucked up. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a different version. of
Pinky.
that.
No, but
No.
there you have a really great example of that when it comes to like the difference between hope and faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to, or he explains it through.
But I
the-
think it's just like you can feel, like if you think about it, like we can feel it inside, like you can, yeah. But I
no,
think
no,
the
but
difference,
it's
faith
it's-
is just so strong. Nothing can break
it's
it,
not, nothing can touch it.
Yeah,
You know what's
nothing
hope?
can touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Christmas is coming, and you're like, oh,
Yes.
please,
Yeah.
please,
Yeah.
please.
Every year.
That's hope. That's hoping. That's not.
That's every year.
Every year.
I need to like
I need to do iPad, please. No.
I need to say the example that he puts in the book because it's
But the faith is like
What is-
one day the
it's
iPad will
amazing.
fall.
It's
What is the
amazing.
example?
It's a science. What's it called? Like a science project.
Okay.
I don't remember who did it. But they put a mouse in a cylinder of
Mhm.
water, and the mouse drowns after 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15
survive.
minutes.
Whoa.
Damn.
And it's obviously dead. But in the second group, spoiler alert, just to make the story more interesting. I don't even worry.
It's like, obviously dead.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna tell this story
Okay.
or this project. The second group, they put in, and they, like, right before they drown, they take them out, dry them off, let their nervous system calm down, let their heart rate calm down, like everything is like set and done, and put them back in. And the best score that came out of it was we're talking from 15 minutes, the average going up to 63 hours,
Oh my god.
and the best one being, if I'm not mistaken, 81 hours
Yeah.
Of surviving?
of surviving.
That gives me chills.
That is, and that's I get goosebumps,
Yes,
but
me
that for
too.
me is the difference
Fucking
between
strong ass mouse.
Oh my god.
that, like,
that's
that
so
for me is the
good.
biggest difference between hope and faith.
Yeah.
Hope is the 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Faith is the fucking 63 hours.
Yeah.
Yo, it's the strongest. Like, for me, it was like, I still get
Yeah, me
goosebumps.
too,
Like,
like,
it's
you're in
crazy, but it's like, as you say, I do. Like, I'm
Nothing
not from
breaks faith.
a family that believes in anything. I'm not from a society or really a country that believes in anything. But like, I 100% believe that, like, if you have faith, you can do whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that's all people.
Like, it's
some people need.
insane.
That's all some
Yeah.
people. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a particular thing, but they just need to have faith
But
and something to
that's- you
drive
just
them.
need-
Yes.
You
And-
just
Right.
need to have
And
faith.
the confidence, you know,
Yeah.
the confidence
It's-
comes from the faith.
it's
Like, I have
crazy.
so many
Like when you
examples.
see
Like,
guys like, oh, like Jesus will get me through this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
most
yeah.
regular people would be like,
yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
have
do
like
this
some
shit.
of the
Right.
closest
But the
people
other-
to me
these
is
guys,
like
Jesus.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus will get me through.
Yeah. And they like, they literally wake up and they're like, I know.
But
Yeah.
like, I think faith comes in so many types of
Yeah, of
forms,
course.
and it's like, just to have that on the table, like, whatever it has, like, in which form it is, just makes it the one that you feel is the closest to you.
Yeah.
Like, just
Yeah,
make
that's
it your
what-
own.
Yeah, that's,
Make it your own faith,
yeah,
Right.
your own God. Like,
Yeah.
because you're
Yeah.
you're like,
But that's
it's all
like-
about you at the end
Yeah.
of the day when it comes to faith. Like,
but you gotta
it's
be-
weird to say like it's all about you, because it's not, because you were believing in something outside of yourself. But I think that is one circle in a way.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, it is true. Like there's a lot of even in fighting, you notice that there are uh, like a large number of people that have like
Absolutely.
really
Very
religious
strong
beliefs,
Yeah.
very
faith.
strong,
And they
beliefs,
are
you know?
very at the top.
Yeah, a
Like
lot of
they're
them.
at the
Yeah.
top. John Jones. Like
Yeah.
it's like they
Come on, son. People's got a faith.
Yeah,
His
he's on
faith is
some
in
other, something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, his faith in I don't know. CTE.
no, but it's
But-
like
Ethan-
this. Yeah, I think like faith really.
Oh, for
Right.
sure, for sure. Faith is you know, like
It's the difference between 15 minutes and 63 hours. I'm just saying.
but hey, all you need
Maybe
to-
that's
Now, be whatever the fuck you want to be, but
Yeah.
that's the fucking difference.
you know, I was when Mohammed Makayev, right, when he was
Mhm.
like making his UFC debut, he was like what, maybe like 20 years old or something.
So
Maybe.
young,
He
yeah.
was really young, right? But he had like so many fights as an amateur,
Yeah.
like 30 fights or something
Mm.
like
It's
that.
insane.
But then he fought a few times, went to UFC. I did an interview with him. He was like 20, and he was just like naming off all the like top 15 flyweights. He's like, oh, this guy he drinks, this guy he smokes,
Mhm.
this guy I don't do none of that stuff. I don't party, I don't do none of that. That's what he was
Right.
saying in the interview. And I was like, these guys
Right.
are all weaker than me.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
mentality right there.
Yeah.
Where you're looking at
100%.
these other guys and you're like, oh, that
Like,
makes him weak.
yeah,
I
he's
already
got all
taken
these
him out.
flaws,
Yeah.
and I don't have
And
any.
it's just like, and he's just like, I just train. I
Yeah.
just put the best food in my body. Like,
Yeah.
I just get the best conditioning. You know, like it's just,
Right.
I kind of like, after that interview, I was like, man, this kid's going to be the world champion.
Yeah.
It's going to happen to him.
Yeah.
Like, and he's going to do it pretty quick.
He's undefeated, isn't he?
Yeah.
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 But,
Crazy.
yeah, actually, he's in Phuket getting ready for his fight.
Ooh.
In a couple of months, I think. Yeah, so he's here down at I think at Tiger or whatever.
Mm.
But yeah, so yeah, like him, yeah, he's just like, and it's just like he was talking about his faith and all that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's why Habib is so great because Habib,
Yeah.
Islam, all these
Yeah.
guys, same thing, same. All they
Yes,
did
and
was
they look healthy. They look like
Yeah.
athletes. They
Yeah.
look like athletes, and they
but they
leave the
never
li-
take short notice fights. You know why?
Mm. Why?
Okay, we'll end the show tonight. Thank you guys for coming. Hey, make sure you guys go to the descriptions, download the All Star app. We'll be back on Thursday with 3 other unique individuals.
Are you calling us
Unique.
Individual.
Thank
You.
You guys are not unique. You guys are all
Definitely.
unique individuals.
My mom
Thank
tells
you.
me that every day.
Yeah, my mom says I'm special.
It's comforting. It's comforting, right? It's
Yeah.
comforting. So yeah. So make sure you guys. You have any like what is it? Social media and like
Shout out.
sponsors or something. You know, maybe you want to say thank you to anybody. Let's start with you. Go ahead.
If I'm gonna say thank you to anyone, it's my family and my team, definitely. And
Sweet.
no, for sure. You cannot do anything on your
How
own.
long are you out here for?
I got 2 more weeks.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
right. I forgot. Yeah, you're only here for a month.
Yeah, I am.
Shit.
And then maybe I'm flying to France for a moment. But yeah,
Ooh.
exciting.
Where you
stuff
where you
happening.
from?
I'm from Norway.
Norway.
Yeah.
She's from like straight up the Vikings.
Yeah.
Right?
Badass.
It's better for Vikings too.
I love that show. That's like one of my favorite.
Yeah,
shows.
don't
So
start
fucking
that one. No, but yeah. And
What's that called? The
social
the
media.
Blood Eagle?
social media,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Bolander. C
BC
and the dot.
I sent you
Bolander.
the,
And then
I sent you
Bolander.
the profile.
Bolander.
Yeah, that's me.
And
Hey.
what about you?
I'll shout out my mom
Let's go.
because last podcast she didn't like all the things that I said. So I'd like to
Oh, do you watch it?
Wow.
You watch
I'd
it?
like to say sorry in case I said anything else that you find offensive. And
Like shitting yourself.
yeah, like shitting myself. Like I wouldn't do that. You know, I would poop myself. How about that? Okay. And then yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sounds like my mom.
My Instagram is kendall.stewart. If anyone wants to follow me.
I see you take.
That's what you say. Like, please don't.
Yeah, please don't.
What about you, Shirley?
Shout outs. I don't know. Shout outs to everyone who watching this show and who enjoyed that.
Woo.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah. everyone who supports.
Yeah, we love mom.
Yeah.
Moms.
I
Hey,
Moms. They
Yeah.
fucking run the world though.
anything else?
Nah, not really.
You just fought like 2 days ago.
I sure did.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Give us a little recap of the
Um,
events.
yeah, I went against this German kickboxer girl. So I knew she was going to be a striker, but I didn't expect her to have much grappling. So I took that to my advantage, and I finished the fight with a rear naked choke in 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Let's go.
There
Wee.
you go. You fighting soon or
March 16.
March 16th?
Yeah.
Where at?
A Superior Challenge in Sweden.
Sweet.
Cool.
So it's gonna be a show for sure.
All right, there we go. Check it
Woo,
out.
woo,
You
woo.
got anything? Are you looking
Yeah,
for a
probably
fight?
16th of March too. yeah.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
We're twinning.
Yay.
But this other side of the world, might get a fight in
We're
Australia.
But we're twinning.
I'm good.
Yeah, it counts.
All right. Well, we'll be back on Thursday with some, like I said, other individuals.